PlayStation 4.
No. Ragnarok, the new one.
The new version of it?
No, so the God of War 5, the one with the Norse and everything, that came out already.
Yes.
And then they re-released it for PC. And then Ragnarok drops like later this year or next year.
Okay.
Anyway.
Liam's like, shut up, we got stuff to do.
I've been playing the shit out of Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I only play games that are at least 5 years old.
It's actually a really good game. I like Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Did you beat the Hobbit
Where
yet?
you're like, yeah.
You're talking me or Liam?
Sorry.
Did I beat the Hobbit?
Yeah.
You mean the Hobbit video game from 2003 that I've never gotten past the trolls? Is that the game you're referring to?
Yeah, that one.
They're impossible. It's impossible. There's a pole vaulting segment that is literally impossible to get past. I couldn't beat it when I was 10, and I couldn't beat it when I was 25. It's impossible.
Great. Did you beat Elden Ring yet?
I didn't get it yet. I've been playing Valheim. And I got sucked back into Destiny 2, and the new season drops this week, so...
Oh, you're on the MMO train now? Well, it's not really an MMO, but it's one of those multiplayer addictions.
Destiny's a problem. I was a D1 player, so I started with D1 and then got into D2, fell out of it for a couple of years, and now both my really good friends are back into it, so we're grinding pretty aggressively. And we finally got a clan big enough to raid, so the raids will be real this season.
All right. You are within the pit. After your defeat at the hands of Commander Soulforger, the villainous leader of the armies of Ostrunium, you were dragged, beaten and battered, out of the mountains, across a river, through the desert, to the pit, a near mythical prison within the systems of Ostrunium. Within, you found yourselves beginning to recover, meeting a new companion in that of Romney, the halfling doctor of sorts. You learned that the pit is constructed around a massive monolith of strange magical properties. The pit itself, an excessively high sinkhole, essentially, is apparently constructed with a massive anti-magic field permeating the interior. You guys met with a few members of the prison gang. Hal, the human doctor, who's one of the ones who nursed you back to health, as well as Knack the Glorious, an orc and pit fighter who runs one of the gangs within the pit.
Azrael embarrassed him.
She did embarrass him. She bit him and taught him a lesson that he will not soon forget. You completed your first long rest, a much needed and deep sleep. You awake the next morning within the small carved out stone room. Each of you now, I believe, only 3 points of exhaustion.
I would like to be specific. I didn't sleep. I stayed up all night, just keeping an eye on them because they look so damn broken. I just wanted to make sure they made it through the night, basically.
It was otherwise quiet. There isn't very much work that goes on within the pit during the night. Typically, digging only occurs during the day. The interior of the pit and around the monolith is typically illuminated by small dottings of orange torches. It is a very strange visual perspective as far as this kind of like orange glow deep within the pit, reflecting off the mirror-like finish of the monolith, with it kind of dropping off above. No lights near the top of the pit, and then just like the twinkling of stars above. You guys awake from your long rest.
So, remind me, how you said that we can see the monoliths and we're digging out? Like, how far dug out is the monolith at this point?
A couple 100 feet. If you would like, you could. You could give me an intelligence check just to see if you could kind of guess how much further they have to go.
Ooh, also, as a point, because I've been here for a little bit of time, is there any way I could have started a, like, ale fermentation? So, I mean, we obviously have
Sorry,
access
you want to
to
make
grains and
toilet
water.
wine?
I do want to make toilet wine. I'm trying to make the prison booze.
Sure. If you have
Like, I've been here
proficiency
for-
with brewer's tools, I'll let you roll.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So what would that be? Dexterity, intelligence? What we got?
Brewer's tools, yeah, is probably intelligent.
Yeah, my +0. Yeehaw.
I feel
Is he
like, yeah.
charismatic at all, or are we still an uncharismatic party? Like, what did he add to the party? Obviously, we've lost some languages. Does Romney add anything?
Yeah,
Healing.
it's a total of 9.
This is charisma, yeah. He's a -1 to charisma.
Yeah.
Not a charismatic party.
Okay, so basically, we just lost, right? With Onyx, losing Onyx and gaining Romney is a net loss, is what I'm hearing.
No, you gained mechanical healing.
Can Azrael be saying this out loud? Because I would love to hear Romney's
And 300
response.
feet of
Azrael's in the
dark
corner
vision.
just muttering like, we're so fucked.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see what you roll. Ooh, a 6.
9.
I mean,
so it's a total of 9.
Okay. You have begun toilet wine.
Yeah, that's
whether or
all I
not
wanted.
it is non-poisonous, consumable toilet wine remains to be seen.
We'll get there.
You're probably a little ways off from your first batch, and we'll figure it out when we get there.
Can
So,
I tell
as
how
Azrael, I
long
would
it's...
say it's very difficult for you to tell like how much further they have to go. The monolith is you know it's full length. You know, maybe they're right at the end of it, and there's only like like kind of curves off, or maybe it's still got a ways to go, and it'll get larger and then thinner again. There's really no. It's hard to make an educated guess on it, especially when you've never seen anything like this. As you guys are waiting there, Hal kind of enters the room. He's got a small, like, wicker basket. Kind of unfolds a little cloth from it. Starts handing out bread to each of you. Did you sleep well last night? I'm sure you needed it.
So why do we dig? Like, if we choose not to dig, what happens?
We dig because they tell us to. And if we don't dig, they come down here and, well, they will make it very clear that we are to dig.
And how exactly?
Violence. Excessive violence. Yeah.
Has anyone tried to revolt before?
Oh, yeah. About 10 years ago, there was a big one, and the warden came down here, and she was just firing off spells.
You've been here for
So-
10 years?
Yeah, I've been here for about 20.
What do you
How
mean
did-
she?
Go ahead.
What do you mean she was firing off spells? I thought the little shit asses prevented that from happening, because like that happens all the time.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. But I will say those runes that you refer to have been there the entire time I've been here.
So they've been digging this thing out for 20 years?
Very slow. There weren't as many of us when I first got here. I was, hold on, let me review.
Am I coming through?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Also, I love your haircut.
It is a good haircut.
Thank you.
I heard the squeak.
I was part of the first batch of prisoners, or at least as far as we could tell. When I got here, there wasn't anyone who had been here before me, when I was about 20 years ago. The monolith was partially excavated before we got here. But there weren't many of us for a while. They kind of come in waves, and it's built up. This is the most people I've ever seen here.
Yeah, with the war, I would expect they've got plenty of prisoners. So, do we know what the monolith is? Why are they uncovering it, and what do they hope to get out of that?
Nope. Couldn't tell you.
Ryder said it was magic, like a lot of magic.
Well, you know, I have no idea.
Well, what does it take to get the warden down here in general, besides starting a revolt?
I don't know. I've only seen her come down here, I don't know, 5, 6 times. Sometimes
In
she just
20
comes down here
years?
to yell at people. Yeah, she doesn't really like coming down here, I guess.
And have
Oh,
there
wonder
been
why.
full-blown revolts?
Yes, a couple. Always put down violently.
I'm wondering, what does the coverage look like at night? You ever stayed up and seen what they got going on out there?
They don't have any lights up there, so I'm not really sure.
Well, wouldn't that be
Legit.
to our advantage? If there's no lights, why can't we just climb up?
Sure, I don't know. Go for it. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I-
we
Does
should.
does Hal seem like a trustworthy person, or does he look like he might be playing both sides, perhaps?
Make an insight.
Can I tell that Javid's scrutinizing Hal?
Javid. Are you openly scrutinizing him, or are you trying to be discreet?
No, I'm suspicious.
So you're openly scrutinizing him.
Certainly. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could have tell.
What are you
I
giving him
don't- I
hippo
don't
eyes
know.
for?
Hippo?
When Romney says this, I'm gonna say because we've learned not to trust people, and I'm gonna stalk past him, and my tail's like gonna swoop right under his nose.
Javid, you do have disadvantage on that check, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, we have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability
Right.
checks, and we're
The,
movement is half speed.
I also like to
Forgot about
point
that.
out that Romney's full of shit. He's clearly not allergic to cats because he did not violently sneeze.
Well,
I mean,
you
is
didn't
it
know I was
gagging?
allergic.
Because you like smell a lot, so he's probably too busy gagging to be sneezing.
All right.
Javid, as far as you can tell, he is trustworthy. He hasn't said anything false.
Also,
Is
you're
Javid
scrutinizing,
trustworthy?
scrutinizing people that saved your life when you came in. That's a little harsh.
Do they have like soap down here?
No,
We
I'm gonna look at Azrael and I'm gonna hiss.
we have shared bars. There's some showers in a different area.
It'd be so full of hair.
Can we make our way to said shower, like now? Cause y'all smell.
Sure. Romney, you want to take him to the showers?
Yeah, sure,
I
I'll
gotta go
take
check on some others.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
gonna
I'll
go talk to Dothy, and after they're all showered up, guys should probably go see him as well.
Yeah, I'll take them after they're done.
Yeah, I think I have a plan. I think we should wait a couple more days so that we're well rested. You know, we're not like half dead climbing up this thing. But once we're a little bit more rested, let's wait until like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and maybe fly up, maybe just walk up, creepy people, you know, and then maybe try to like rub off a bit of this room and see if it'll at least bring back some magic.
I agree. I also think I want to spend some time investigating that obelisk while we're waiting. It's magic. I'm curious if we could tap into that.
Couple more
I-
days, I'll have some good stuff ready too.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah,
so-
Rebney! Sorry, go ahead.
What I'm thinking is less so trying to fly up a monolith that tons of people have gotten themselves hurt doing, and I'm more concerned about how the warden is able to cast magic despite the.
Well, the runes
Sorry,
might like I know sometimes sometimes like you cast spells and it doesn't affect us, but it affects other people. Maybe the runes work like that.
Sure, but say she comes down and she's got this weird rune on herself. I want to notice that, and I'm gonna write that down. And we could try that way. I'm just saying, if we stir up a little bit of trouble, get her down here. She does a little bit of magi, and maybe we get some more information before we fly up and wipe away at this thing that we're probably gonna be seen for.
I mean, I feel like we should get rid of the thing that's preventing magic. Right?
Okay.
Right. That should be priority because you can't do magic, and no offense, but magic's the best thing about you.
But at least in my case, I know my magic's pretty limited because I don't have my rosary. Like, I don't have my thing.
Yeah, granted, same.
Also want to find my stuff.
Wait, so you guys can't cast magic without things?
I mean, some people actually know how magic works, and yes, that's the way ours works. Well, at least mine. I don't know about Princess over there, but
Wait. That sounded offensive. Are you being mean?
Which one's
You are not
Princess?
allowed to be mean.
No. Azrael, you just said that I was talentless without magic, so
I didn't say you were
I don't want to hear that.
talentless. I
You
said
no.
magic was the best part about you because you are squishy. You need magic for protection.
And first of all, I wasn't being offensive. She looks regal. Doesn't she look like royalty?
Who is he talking to?
You.
I think the
Dimitar.
best thing about you is your sparkling personality.
He says I look like royalty. You've been here for a while. You poor thing.
That's offensive. That's an offensive comment, Demetari.
He has pit goggles.
No. It's not offensive. It's just, I pity him. Oh, poor thing. I pity the fool. So yeah. Now that I'm offended from all directions, I'm gonna go take a nap now.
I thought you were wanting to.
Good here.
You don't want to wash your ass? I thought that's what we were doing.
I give 0 fucks. It all smells the same to me. Have you sit with a rotting corpse by your side for days and days? No. All right, this is fine.
All right.
Demetari, I think you should take a shower. I think it would be beneficial for everybody to shower.
I think it would be beneficial for everybody. They all leave me the fuck alone, okay?
You clearly need more bread.
You're not you when you're hungry.
All right, so you guys head off to the showers, I guess, with the exception of Dimitar.
I'll take my stink elsewhere. Thanks.
I'm
was
feeling
gonna
kind
shower,
of
but I
like
will
with snow, we should take a dust bath somewhere.
Chinchilla.
Yeah,
She's gonna take a
exactly.
chinchilla bath.
Y'all know that gerbils also take dust baths?
And
Thanks.
Right. So I'm gonna lead everybody to the showers, and then I'm gonna take Snow to the dust pit.
I'm the snow.
Yeah, I'll go
Doing
to
a
the dust pit. If
dust
we're
bath.
splitting the party and Azrael... Wait, no, Romney's there. Fuck. Yeah, I'd rather be called royalty than talentless.
I didn't say you were talented. I just said that you need magic for protection. It's, you just can't. I've seen you with the dagger, and you're not good with it. Okay, we each
I
have
haven't
our
used
own
the
talent.
dagger. You haven't redeemed to use it!
You tried! You failed. I remember.
Now I'm wanting to fight Azrael. But I don't have a weapon.
Tensions run
And-
high in the pit.
Once we get everybody cleaned up and they're a little less tired, they'll probably be a little less ornery.
All right. So those of
Right,
you who are heading
tensions
off to the
running.
showers, you find when you arrive that showers is more like an area containing buckets of water and soap. Privacy does sort of exist. There are small alcoves for which you separate yourselves, but otherwise it is very rudimentary.
Is it clean water?
No, God, no.
It's all about reduce, reuse, recycle down here.
It's nasty.
You're gonna smell like everybody else's BO now.
Yeah,
That
I'm
doesn't
alright.
sound clean.
Oh, sorry. Slight story. When they were washing our clothes, the Marines, when they were washing our clothes, they washed everybody's clothes in like little laundry bags, tightly packed in a big washer, and it just came back smelling like the entire area's BO.
Gross. So, are you guys taking your baths and then heading off?
I don't know. Does it smell? Like, if it smells, I'm not trusting the water.
It definitely smells. The water's reused for sure.
No. No,
Yeah,
no.
I'm
No,
a
no.
connoisseur of stinky water, and this
That's
is
why
not
you
stank
need
water.
a dust bath.
I take Snow and Javid to the like chuck off place where we like empty out the gravel and everything, and there's like sand and dust.
Oh yeah, lots of dust. Lots and lots of sand and dust.
Yeah, see it soaks up the oils and it's shake everything out and you're good to go.
I think I want to go around, just kind of wander around camp. One, to explore, and two, to say, "Here, little puppy, are you a good boy?" Everywhere I go, just to see if I could like get my little blink puppy to blink to me.
Oh.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check. You travel around this the exterior of the pit. There are quite a few people who are watching you, but as it's the morning and it's quite cool down here. The sun has not gotten high enough to bake the interior proper. There are quite a few guys working. There's probably 30 or 40 guys now working around the bottom of the thing, shoveling, putting into little buckets. The buckets get carted up. Huge work detail of guys. You note leading them appears to be a very old Leonin. He's got like shock white hair all over him. His muscles gone white. As you're kind of searching for Puppy, standing next to the work detail leader, this great black-furred minotaur suddenly makes eye contact with you. And he just stops what he's doing, and he kind of like scurries over. He climbs up a few steps towards you, and he's like, "Excuse me, you were friends with Onyx, correct? Don't know if you remember me. My name is Protos. I was a friend of his."
Can I try to remember him? Because I don't remember.
You might not have been with us. So Protos was his friend. Remember when before we went into Tovar Deep, we were in that little village area, and we ran
I
into
wasn't there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your character was there. So Protos we ran into when we came off the boat. We went to that village right outside Tovar Deep, and we ran into Protos, who was Onyx's friend and mentor from Tovar Deep, and he was the one that was helping refugees. There was a friend that he was looking for, and that's how we separated. We had gone up to try to save some refugees, and then when we came back with Protos, another friend that he was supposed to meet up was missing, and so that's kind of how we got separated. But Yeah, he was helping refugees in the village. That's basically the way to go with it.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
As good as it can here. How did you end up here? I have so many questions for you.
Well, let's go ahead and lead with the bad. Our buddy Onyx didn't make it. He's kind of the reason we're here too.
He didn't get captured with you? Is that what you mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I remember his passion for throwing folks. Well, it came full circle. Yeah.
That is disappointing news.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
He accepts your tiny hug and gives you a pat. I'm sure you are similarly distraught. It is unfortunate news to see you here.
I'd like to say it's good to see you, but I'm sorry, man. How long have you been here?
What is it? I was caught and imprisoned not long after we parted ways, just a few days after that, so what's it been, maybe 2 weeks? It isn't so bad here once you get used to it.
Yeah, I guess there's something to be said for some structure in life, but I'm not keen on staying. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, that is an interesting statement. I'll speak to you more about it later. There are things not to be said aloud here. He just kind of looks at you and
Okay, well, how about we have a fun little reunion with all of our pals? You want to come hang out with us tonight in our hovel?
certainly. I heard you were staying with Hal.
Yeah, we got. He's been really kind to us, so he's good folks. Yeah.
Yes, he's very friendly. He patched me up. I had some battles wounds on me, and he kind of gestures to a spot where he's got like a bandage on.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. So just come on by tonight. I'll tell everybody to expect you.
Excellent. Well, at least it is good to see a familiar face in a place such as this.
Oh, thanks, bud. And again, sorry you're here, man. Sorry to share this with you.
Yeah, indeed. But you and your friends are quite skilled, if I remember correctly, so I'm sure that there is you will be able to help with this. And he just kind of like gives you a bow and wanders off back towards the old Leonin and starts talking to him. The old Leonin looks at you and he just kind of... Then he goes back to watching the work.
Do like a little finger waggle.
He just kind of watches you. He doesn't really respond. The rest of you finished.
Wait, did I hear anything from Puppy?
You did not.
Okay.
Oh, wait, this is
Alright, I gotta go get the baby. I'll be right back.
The rest of you finish your baths, or at least the time that you spent watching the bath area. Similarly, are able to take some dirt baths as necessary.
I'll lead them back to where Hal was going.
He leads the rest of you down into the pit towards the elderly Leonin. Hal is not anywhere to be seen, but as you approach, the Leonin kind of turns towards you and just kind of, welcome to the pit. I am Dothy White-Eye, the work leader here. I'll be coordinating any of your efforts in digging out the pit. I'm told by Hal that you are not quite ready to begin digging, but within a few days I expect you to begin participating in the work part.
I will not be doing that.
Unfortunately, the work must be shared evenly between all parties within the pit.
I think we should stop work.
I have been here long enough to know that that is a bad idea.
And you're also, Dorothy, one of us, a prisoner here, or are you in the employ of the?
I am similarly a prisoner. I used to be a clan engineer, and I did work in the city. Or some time after the government transition, we were working a job. My workers got treated badly, and I didn't take too kindly of it. And eventually, I ended up here.
And now you have sold out your principles. Good to know.
I make sure everyone is well enough taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Azrael, maybe we should save the politics for when we learn that the ins and outs of this place. There's no sense in being unkind to someone who is probably in a similar position to us, and simply trying to make the best for everyone, so that everyone survives. Am I not right, Dorothy?
Sure, however you want to look at it.
Wait,
I
what is
simply-
Poppy?
He's a leanin', just a really old leanin'.
I simply don't see how selling out your principles and working for the enemy is, a good survival. You're living, sure, but
And
you are now wicked.
and on that note, I'm gonna start making my rounds and patching up people's blisters and making sure their hands are wrapped as they're working.
How about I allow you to not do as much work and you'll do something for me right now? One of my work crews didn't show up this morning and I need their status determined. I can't spare any men currently as we're already shorthanded.
So they are in the bunks or barracks or whatever you call the quarters.
They had one older housing district up a few levels, and he just kind of like points up. You can see there's, stairs and ladders and stuff climbing up a little ways. Points up there. I just need someone to go check on them. Figure out where they've gone.
Yeah, all right. So I'll separate myself from the group here and head up a ladder in the direction that Dorothy has pointed. Climb up the
Alright.
level or two.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm going up the ladder as well. I'll look for the people.
I'd like to mind link with the Leonin. And basically let him know I don't plan on staying here, and I feel like no one should belong here, so basically what I'm saying is it seems like you're not really up for this sort of thing, and we might need your help with information, and I'm putting myself out on a limb here by talking to you, not knowing you, but I feel like you're not gonna have any many friends in this place. So essentially I would just like to I don't know why I'm getting nervous. Why am I getting nervous? I would like to basically ask you for information so that we can possibly get out of here and get everyone out. Otherwise, I'll die trying.
I understand your intent and your reasoning and your belief that none of us should be here. I sympathize. However, the prison, there have been many attempted escape, and I have yet to see one succeed.
So you're saying you'd rather sit here and watch rather than participate in something successful?
If you come up with a good plan, then maybe I will offer you my assistance.
Okay.
Good luck.
In the meantime, could I trust you to give me information and possible sources to information if I can give you my word that there will be no mention of your name if this goes south?
What kind of information do you require?
I want to know where our stuff is. I want to know why that sorceress is able to cast magic and no one else can. I want to know why these escapes failed. I want to know all about the planned escapes that you know of, and again, what went wrong, and basically try to get a decent foundation for our plan.
I have no knowledge of any belongings of yours, nor where they may be found. The runes, to my knowledge, belong to the warden, which is why she is able to circumvent whatever power that they hold. They are hers. There was an escape that made it quite far. They got into the desert, traveled a great distance. However, a blue dragon captured them, subdued them, and returned them to the pit. Some of them. The rest were killed.
Why would a blue dragon be working with these people?
I have no knowledge of this.
Do you know what the end result is once this monolith is completely uncovered?
I do not. I have my suspicions that we will no longer be digging once the monolith is uncovered.
Yeah, I would assume not. Okay. Is there anyone else that you would trust that me and my friends could talk to if we were to make sure everyone gets out of here?
There is a halfling by the name of Lieutenant Lida. She is an army officer from Phycaron. She arrived about a year ago and did attempt to escape, however she, for whatever reason, paused her plans. I do not know why. Good luck. I must get back to my work.
Thanks. Okay, joining the rest of the crew.
Alright. Javid, following the direction of...
what-
go ahead.
While I'm walking around, like, patching up everybody's, like, hands and stuff and just making sure the working party's, like, actually covered, are there any chips of the monolith that are, like, on the ground? Like, someone accidentally...
There are no chips of the monolith.
Like, nobody accidentally swung wide and nicked a chip out or anything like that?
Nope. Even the people that strike the monolith intentionally are not able to damage.
Okay. And then I'm gonna follow the rest of everybody wherever they're going.
Alright. Javid and Azrael, you arrive first at the spot that Dothy Whitehigh had pointed out to me. It is kind of like a small little alcove with about 3 or so separate, like, tiny living areas to it. There's no one here. Seems pretty unassuming.
Can I look around? Like, does it look like someone actually slept here?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Javid, if you'd like to do one as well, you may.
Yeah. We're looking for a people who are not at the work party who are supposed to be. So we're gonna do.
So, as each of you begins searching. Javid, you're able to tell that their straw beds, they appear to be used, maybe not recently. They don't really have exactly bed sheets or anything that need to be made, so it's kind of hard to tell whether or not someone cleaned up after themselves. But it does look lived in. There's debris upon the floor. There's a really terrible, gross looking carpet in one spot. A few other things. There are in here as well, really rudimentary, cobbled together tables and a dresser. They appear to be made out of leftover scaffolding, pretty much, is what it looks like. Very rudimentary stuff. Azrael, you note as you're kind of picking through the spot, you kind of are pulling stuff out, looking for evidence. You open up one of the drawers that they have that's been kind of set into this small little roughshod dresser. Within it, wrapped up in a number of cloth, kind of like a blanket, you find a knife.
Does it look used?
It definitely looks like a prison knife.
Prison shiv. Prison
It's
shiv.
basically a shank, yeah.
I'm
It's a little
just
nicer, and
gonna.
it is made out of metal, but it is definitely a shank.
Can I try to pocket that without anyone seeing? Just kind of take that and put it in my pocket.
Sure, make a sleight of hand check. Okay, and you just
I see it.
stuff it.
I
Your
see
passive
it.
perception.
This is
20.
20.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Holy shit.
Are you there at the time though?
Yeah, I followed
you-
you guys.
We're all together, right?
Yeah, I think probably the only
Okay.
person who's not here yet is Demetari. Everyone else is probably there.
Okay, so Romney sees it.
Similarly, so you kind of pocket that really quickly and you're kind of shuffling through it. You find what looks like a stolen, small spade of sorts. And it is definitely covered in, dirt.
Like a tool that was used to dig,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, you're in a pit for digging. As you are discovering that, you note that there is a breeze coming from behind the dresser.
Just gonna move the dresser.
There's a tiny crawl hole underneath it.
Briar! Briar!
Crack my neck and slide on in.
Is it lit?
No, it's pitch black.
I'm gonna look at Briar and say, hey, you good in darkness?
I mean, I don't mind it.
But can you see? Are you good at seeing?
I mean, I'm okay with being alone with myself, you know?
Yeah, but can you see in darkness?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, now you can. And you have dark vision out to 300 feet for the next hour.
Oh, dope. How you do that?
Isn't that magic? I'm pretty sure that's magic.
That's a
It
guess.
I'm just gonna finger guns, and you guys see almost like where the whites of her eyes are now almost like the starry night sky.
Magic thing doesn't block it?
This one's not really like magic, it's just kind of like a thing that I can do. It just comes from within.
Oh, you have
Oh,
magic
magic thing.
within.
Anybody else while I'm dishing this out? Anybody else? I got my finger guns raised and I'm like Mexican standoff, everybody.
All right. So yes, you suddenly are able to see perfectly into this small. You can tell that it goes kind of level for about, 10 or so feet. And it opens up into a larger space.
You're a
Like,
Twilight
what just
cleric. That's OP. That's straight up OP. Anyway, sorry.
No. We lost everything when we lost Onyx.
Yeah. We're so
Oh
fun.
no, I was actually I looked into a build like this. Yeah, no, it's straight up mid max OP. But anyways, continue.
So you're crawling into the hole.
gonna try to be as sneaky as possible because
All
I
right,
feel
go ahead
like
and give me
I'm
a
gonna walk
stealth
up
check.
on somebody. Okay.
Seeing that, I'm going to watch the door and make sure nobody's coming in while we're
Oh yeah.
doing this.
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception check. So, Briar, you would have disadvantage on the check, just so you know, as you are sweepy.
Need me to do it again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still pretty sneaky.
Ah.
Nice. 19. Pretty good roll. You crawl through the space. It is spacious for you. It is sized for a medium-sized creature to crawl. So really, you're kind of maybe doing a light stoop, just kind of walking through it, basically. You get to the other side. It's about 10 or so feet, and it's fine. It kind of opens up into a hallway, 8 or 9 feet high, 5 feet wide. Stone, smooth, carved walls, floor, and ceiling. You can tell that this definitely is something that was carved by artisans. This is not the rough, kind of rounded, hastily crafted passageways of the pit. After about 15 or so feet, it opens up, and there's a much larger chamber. You can see pillars dotting the space, as well as ancient debris, collapsed pillars. The chunks of the ceiling have fallen away. It appears to be some kind of abandoned ruin. And it is pitch black.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can see any steps or anything, like footsteps or footprints.
As you kind of make your way through this large, fairly open, semi-rounded chamber, there are some collapsed spots around the edges. It's not quite what it likely once was. There are stalagmites and stalactites on the ceiling where you can tell that water has dripped through here and caused a great deal of damage to whatever craftsmanship was here originally. You move to the other side of the space, weaving your way through ancient cobwebs, and you spot, kind of in front of you, off to the right a little bit, a passageway, what appears to be steps going down. To your left, there is another small passageway in that direction. No sign of steps. To your
No
right,
tracks or anything.
to your right, kind of amongst a pile of rubble, kind of laying atop ancient cobwebs, you spot what appears to be 2 ancient swords and a helmet.
All right, I'm taking a sword.
Can I meta pigeon?
What do you
I want to meta pigeon so bad.
What is that?
He wants the metagame,
Crit.
and the answer is no, you're not there.
I could be.
I'm going to whisper, hey, I'm just going to borrow this, okay? I'm going to take the sword.
Hold on a second. I need to...
And roll for initiative.
Is anybody else curious about what Briar's up to? Or are we just standing around looking at the hole?
Well, I mean, I
Yes,
can.
Have I made it there yet?
I'm pretty.
Yes,
I'm pretty
you're
good
there.
in the.
Javi, I don't remember what you're.
Crap.
12. You would probably be able to watch. People aren't really paying attention to your party that you've gone up here, but a little bit after, maybe less than a minute after Azrael discovered the passageway, Demetari just kind of strolling up the steps towards you because.
And we're
Where's
all
Briar?
we're all gathered here.
I'm gonna whisper. She went down the hole.
So you
Alright.
let our friend crawl in a hole by herself in this brand new place filled with bad people?
All right, I'm going.
What's
just
wrong
kinda-
with you guys?
Saw a dragon. I'm
Onyx
sorry.
dies and these friendship necklaces mean nothing.
She fought a dragon and I'm trying to listen and you're talking too loud. I can't hear.
I'm gonna tubby trot my way down the hallway trying to find Briar. Now that Demetari's there freaking out.
I'm like whispering in the tunnel, like, Briar, do like one of Javid's bird noises if you're okay.
Did I hear her?
Actually, Briar, can I get a perception check from you? Because you're kind of obviously searching this space. It would still unfortunately be disadvantaged because you are sweepy.
So can I hear what, like, the movement, like Briar's movement down? I imagine like I'm actually listening and I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Yeah. Let's see, you got a 69 year perception. She's being pretty quiet. You know, she's just like tiptoeing around in this space, looking around.
I got tiny toes.
Tiny toes.
She
I'm
does
going-
in fact have tiny toes.
I'm going in
I'm
to
gonna
check
hand
on
the
her.
shiv. So when Demetari, I'm gonna like kind of push her off to the side, and just be like, "Here, you see, no magic, but here, I don't need it.
What are you handing me?
It's a prison shiv."
Prison Chiv.
Oh.
Thought she wasn't good at daggers.
Well, you know what? She's not good with her fists either. This way, at least she has something sharp.
I know that you have the capability to heal, so maybe keep the comebacks on my abilities to yourself in case you want me to test out the prison shift. Okay?
I'm giving you the shiv so you can protect yourself.
Is this your way of apologizing?
It's my way of making sure you don't die.
It's the best apology you're gonna get from her.
That
Yeah,
sounds like an apology coming from a Dampier.
it sure does, doesn't it?
All right, Briar, you're able to bend down and lift the sword up. You brush the webbing off of it and turn around. Romney, you've entered the space and you can now see this ancient ruin that you're standing within. Is anyone following him? Snow?
Yeah, I'll go.
Alright. The rest of you enter the space and you can kind of see on the far side, some 60 away from you, Briar's standing there brushing off an old sword that she has lifted off the ground.
Do the carvings and stuff look dwarvish?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
History check. I'm real good at those. I'm not good at them.
Hey, +3 is not bad.
Alright, well, I would tell you to roll against Snow because you have disadvantage, but it is not possible for you to do worse, so that's what you get.
Tired, okay?
I thought you were supposed to be the history expert. But like
Fucking
ancient
tired.
ruins and stuff.
Snow's like in here, he's like, man, what the fuck is going on in here? What is this? It is not
Hit his head on
dwarvish.
one of the stalactites.
Yeah, he was like crawling through the thing and he stood up and he bonked his head. Now he's like, trying to figure out what's going on here. It is not dwarvish, nor is it halfling.
Well, that's pretty much
am-
all I got.
Hold on.
Like dwarvish and halfling.
It is
pretty
not
much the only
anything
thing
that
I-
you have ever seen in your life. These runes are totally alien to you.
That's awkward.
Is it a known race? Because when I enter a ruin or dungeon, I can correctly ascertain its original purpose, determine its builders, whether it was dwarves, elves, humans, yontai, or some other known race. In addition, can determine the monetary value of an art object more than a century old.
Oof.
Hold on, let me look at the
Fuck your net
exact
one.
word.
Yeah, that's
Archaeologist.
your
I literally read it
architecture,
word
right?
for word.
Let me look.
Yeah, that's your background if I remember right.
Historical knowledge. When you enter a ruin or dungeon, you can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders, whether those dwarves, elves, humans, yontai, or some other known race. In addition, you can determine the monetary value of an object more than a century old. Word for word. 4.0.
Chris, I think you could read that as many times as you wanted to out loud,
He's
but the
still
Rules
gonna-
Goblin is still gonna read it.
Come at me, bro.
Nope, you do not know the builders, nor its. You can tell as you were kind of examining the runes and some of the art on its walls, you'd be able to tell that this is a rune dedicated to the monolith.
This room about the monolith, guys. How much is that art worth?
I don't know, 3 gold.
If you were able to remove the fresco from the walls, it might be worth a couple thousand intact.
I don't know what any of this shit is,
What
but that
about
looks like it's a couple
intact?
thousand.
I'm gonna tiptoe next to Briar, who's dusting off her sword. Hey, you good over here?
Go ahead and sorry, Romney, what is your... Oh, your passive perception. You can see kind of around the webbing near Briar's feet. There are a few other items. There's a dagger, another sword, some other thing.
Do they look like pristine? Like pretty
they
good?
Look like, I mean, they're definitely usable, for sure.
That's awkward because this rune is God knows how old. Yondala knows how old this rune is. So, what's up with these? Are you good with these? I'm not good with these. Are you good? You know anything about these?
I mean, it stabs. I'm great. It's
Like, do they smell
gonna
weird?
go well.
Does it feel weird? You get the tingles when you pick it up?
I'm gonna pick up the
okay,
other
I'll
one.
do my magical awareness.
There were 2 of them, right?
There would have been 2 swords. Hold on, let me read.
You said long swords, right?
2 long swords, a dagger, a helmet, and Romney would have been able to spot a breastplate.
Can I put the helmet on and like let it sink down past my nose?
It is a humanized breastplate.
You said a helmet.
Or yes, sorry, helmet. There is a breastplate though.
They're both human sized, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, they're all human size. Medium creatures.
You don't know the size of his chest.
I mean, to be fair, he has a big belly, but I don't think that's gonna make up for not, being like half the height of a human.
Bro, I'm built like a keg. Like round's a shape and I'm in shape, damn it. Like,
You are
What?
shaped, doesn't mean you're in shape.
I would like to point out I would be next to Demetari because we're over here having an argument. Well, I think we're being friends. She's offended. I don't know. I gave you a gift and you're upset about it.
I'm gonna pick
I
up
did
the other
a
sword.
magical awareness.
Hold on a second.
I'm gonna pick up the sword and Snow, you'll notice, Snow and I guess Briar both, you'll both notice when I pick up the sword, even though it's like taller than me, I kind of like twirl it around me efficiently and I'm like, hey, that's pretty neat. And I hand it to Snow.
Are you proficient in long swords? No.
I'm proficient.
Well, no, I know you're proficient in long swords. I was talking to Snow.
Yeah,
You're not
probably.
a cat anymore. Calm down.
Yes, I am.
Snow, what's your armor class? When you're not wearing any armor.
Oh my god. 15.
Alright. You bend down to pick up the longsword and you kind of just tug at it, get it free from the webbing as you pick it up and
Your
brush
cat
it
is
off.
very cute.
Oh, Nox is
The
back.
wall on the other side just kind of shifts open for a second and this huge spider comes forth and its legs just grab you and pull you in.
Do I hear that? Like, I'm listening. Do I hear the spider come out? Does Snow make any noise at that point?
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Goddamn right.
I'm gonna
Makes
just
noise.
bolt through that hole, right? As soon as I hear that, I'm bolting towards Snow.
You just hear.
You take 30 damage as both of its pincer-like legs just stab into you and yank you forward.
Oh my god.
God. Yeah,
Azrael?
I'm running through that hole.
Yeah.
Just straight full bolt.
I try to stab it or cut it or something.
Oh, hold
I
on.
can punch it.
I need you to give me a acrobatics or athletics.
Roll high. Roll high.
Roll high with disadvantage. It's gonna be great.
Disadvantage.
Oh, damn. You do have disadvantage, so I need you to roll.
Eat it.
Wow. Even like half dead, you still can.
Yeah, I got a plus 11 to my acrobatics.
Bullshit. The spider is like, he rolled an 8. He sinks his like legs into you, drawing blood, and it starts to pull you into its little like spider hole. But you are able to resist, and you're kind of like standing there, just like scrabbling, trying to get free. And I need everybody roll for.
Oh hell
Imagine like high-pitched screams.
This is a disadvantage because it counts as an ability check.
You do have
Does it?
disadvantage. That is true.
It does, yes.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So, does my prison shiv count as a dagger? Just for...
Yes, it is a dagger.
Okay.
Additionally,
gave it
I
to
should
you.
clarify. As soon as you guys pass through kind of this threshold of the pit, you notice that there's this like kind of magical tingle to the air again. You're not as
We have
limited as
magic.
you have magic.
Earlier.
Nothing around you is magical, Briar. You would have been able to figure that out pretty quickly.
How picky are you being on the casting shit?
If you don't have the material components for it, you don't have the material components for it.
This
So
is just like
basically,
this damn
you
book I'm
can
reading.
do only somatic and vocal magic, is what you're saying.
Unless the component is dirt.
Wait, does that mean? I mean, not having an arcane focus still wouldn't be able to do magic.
So you can do magic, vocal, and somatic. So an arcane focus takes the place of material component. So like the way magic works, you can have an arcane focus or a potion pouch.
Gotcha.
When you
So
look at your
it's have a
spells,
cost.
you can cast everything that's verbal and somatic because you're just talking and using your hand. If you look anything that has an M, that's gonna require some type of material component. It'll say what it is. Sometimes it's like dirt or bugs or something. You probably don't have it, but you can look and see maybe.
Oh, hey, Liam,
Um,
I took that damage, right?
Yes, it hit.
Okay.
Random question. If a spell were to require a bug and the bug wasn't consumed upon use, in theory, could I use Briar?
True, yeah. Absolutely.
Why
not
can't
allowed.
you use the giant fucking spider?
She gets an advantage on something for that shit. Because if she uses Briar in a spellcasting focus,
Material.
It's just like that the video of you see where the guy's
Doesn't
using
say
the
it
cat as a
can't be
machine
alive.
gun.
Oh, sorry, Snow. You take an additional 11 piercing damage.
I also have a question, not that it matters that I'm cast spell, but my spellcasting focus is my tattoo, and now that I'm not blocked on it, does that give me full access to my magic?
Yes.
I'm a little hurt.
Do you want a symbiotic being that charms you when you disobey it?
Hell no.
I think he's referring to the fact that the spider just dealt like 40 something.
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
No.
And
It was
am I
26.
correct
Javid, Snow, Azrael, and Romney. I need. And Avatar.
Oh, I definitely rolled, but I didn't like it, so I'll
I
roll
did
again.
not. I see Briar's sick.
Oh, it doesn't count.
no, that's why I re-rolled and I got a 4.
Can you lift your camera up, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I have it on my laptop. It was going back in my lap.
Nobody wants to see them breastises.
What?
I'm
Wait.
choosing to ignore.
I still see
Okay.
Avatari's roll. It's fine. I'm you got a
No,
14.
it's fine. Oh, that's what I just rolled again for the third time.
All right. Speed, it's your turn.
When is it not
All right.
Speedster?
Yeah, right.
The removing of stuff included taking the amulet from around my neck. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Seeing that, it sounds like things are happening inside the hole, and I'm gonna quick look around to see if anybody's noted this from outside, and then I'm going to hold my action to
Oh, sorry.
drag the.
Hold on, I did forget to do one thing. Snow, you can immediately move 5 feet away from the spider because you won on the check.
Oh, hell yeah. Also, question. So for the, I'm adding the longsword to the inventory.
It is just a regular old longsword.
Got it.
So sorry, go ahead, Javid.
I'm going to move next to the dresser. As soon as the people who are in the bed chamber move into the hole, I'm going to duck behind the dresser and drag it to close the hole so that we don't get fought.
I would say that you would have been able to do that before combat, if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
Because people have been here long enough in the room before the spider attacked. You've already done that, so you can take a regular turn.
all right. Don't know where I am then. But I guess
Do you not see your character?
I do. Is what I'm looking at the ruins? This isn't the bed chamber. I thought we were in the bed chamber. We're in the ruin.
Everyone went into the... Did you guys not go into the... climb into the thing?
I didn't
mean,
go through the hole until I
uh,
heard snow. We were waiting outside the hole.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think some of us weren't really sure what was going on, what the intent was.
No, I understand now. So yes, I would say that you can just ready an action to move and close it up behind once the other two use their actions to get into the hole, if they're doing that.
Right. That's all I got.
All right. Snow, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm hurt. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna move up and attack it. Two-handed.
Nice.
Would that be disadvantage?
Yeah,
Yep.
you have disadvantage on all attack. You kind of are like swinging towards the spider as it's like rearing up its hind legs towards you.
Alright, bonus action, disengage, and jump back.
Alright. Dimitari, it would be your turn.
Okay. Well, I am going to crawl through that hole. Not kind of like scooch to the side. Oh. No. Okay. So spider, I can't see it.
Not from where you currently stand.
Okay, I guess I will hold my action until I see the spider. Actually, I'm gonna be a smart cookie about this. Let's back up a little bit. I liked where I was. Fuck this shit. choose life. Yep, so holding my action. And I will, firebolt that motherfucker if he comes out. And I can see him.
All right. Ezra,
So I bolt over here. Oh, look. Okay, so there's the spider. All right, it hasn't taken damage, so I'm gonna toll the dead anyways, because there's not much else I can do since I don't have a knife.
what'd you do?
No, I gave it to Demetari.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, so
can
she wouldn't
throw
die.
it.
You can throw it at the spider.
Why don't you could have free action taken that, but as you walked by.
All right, sure. I'll free action take it. Walk by. Let me.
You gave her the knife, and as soon as combat actually starts, you're like, no, give that back.
It's like, oh
Yeah,
wait,
pretty
wait, you have magic now? No, I'm taking that back. You.
Yeah. The apology was accepted, but the gift, it must be returned.
Sorry, I just had to re-equip my. I have one, so I think I just missed.
You throwing the knife? You like
Yeah.
whip it towards the spider, and it just like ricochets off of its thick armor.
Well, that sucked. Yeah, that's my turn. I just like pull through, see the spider, and then apparently miss it with the knife.
It's not weighted right,
It's
can
different
tell
than my normal ones. It's just,
Mhm.
yeah. All right, my turn's over.
Right, it's your turn.
Friar has fled.
All right, we'll do Romney's.
Okay. 10, 15. Whoop. I'm gonna run back. I'm not disengaging.
Alright.
$12.
For your armor class.
12.
It hits for 10 damage as one of the legs just like scrapes you.
I'm just gonna and then over my shoulder, I'm just gonna like flick my hand over my shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on it.
What's the
16 Dex.
It failed.
So it's now glowing, and everybody has advantage on it. And then, like limping a little bit, I'm like, you got me. And then I'm gonna start floating up into the air and float all the way up to the ceiling. Because you said the ceiling's 10 feet tall, right?
Yeah, roughly.
I'm
are
gonna
you
float.
floating?
Steps of Night as a bonus action. When I'm dim light and darkness, I can give myself a flying speed.
Yeah, when I said Twilight was OP, I'm not kidding.
Well, it's not OP. It's just
It's-
different.
It's a very good build.
Okay, Briar, it is your turn. Damn it, she walked away
Still going.
just again.
Emily, damn it.
I don't want to take the spider's turn before hers.
Do you worship the Moonweaver?
No, Yolanda.
Okay.
Emily, it's your turn.
Or not Yolanda, Yondala. It's the creator of the halfling race.
Okay. Makes sense, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna go into a rage. because that scared the shit out of me, and I'm just gonna start popping him.
Are you using the longsword you picked?
What is that? Oh, it's Silas Knot. Okay.
So it would be straight rolls for you on your attacks because you have disadvantage from being tired, but you have advantage from the fairy fire.
Oh, also, when I like float up to the ceiling, can I be like laying on the ceiling, but the helmet then falls off my head, so it just like clang?
Yeah, the helmet just like falls to the ground.
And I'm like laying prone, but upside down on the ceiling, like.
I mean, to be fair, you're pretty round, so like you laying on the ceiling is kind of like you standing on the ceiling. Like I imagine you're about
Yeah,
the
it's-
same.
Yeah, they're pretty equal. They're pretty similar. I would say I lose about a foot when I'm horizontal, but you know, for a halfling, that's not a lot.
We have multicolored protective lights. We have a +1 to AC, and if you're within 10 feet of me, you have it too.
There's like this huge, like suddenly like rainbow aura around each of you, and the spider itself is outlined in color, and you can tell the spider is like freaking out all of a sudden. There's
more light than the spider's
yeah,
ever seen. It's
the
life.
spider's like, what the hell? All of its little 6 eyes are going crazy, looking at you.
Good. All right, I'm gonna whack him real good.
All right.
Let's see. I don't have a sword. Can you roll for me?
You can
For
just
battle axe, I
add a
mean,
log.
that's
You
javelin.
just add a longsword to your inventory and then equip it.
Oh, you can just use your battle axe. It's the same.
Oh, is it the
Oh,
same?
is
Okay.
it?
Yeah, it's the exact same as a battle axe. You can just use it.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
It's 1d8 and 1d10, and it's
Yeah,
a
that's the
strength
same.
and proficiency. It's the same.
Oh, would you look at that? Briar just
Learn
started
something new every
screaming
day.
and attacking. And go ahead and roll those damages. Those both hit for sure.
Hell yeah. Got a lot of pent-up aggression.
So wait, do we not have disadvantage?
Not anymore.
The fairy fire gives advantage, but
Oh,
then
fuck
because
yeah.
we have disadvantage, then we're just at a straight roll.
Hell
Go
yeah.
put it in your room.
You both of those hits, so definitely roll damage twice. I only see one roll. Alright, 1 damage.
Is snow still right next to it?
No, I jump back
How far?
10 feet.
Okay. Hang on. Do you want to go further from it?
Still fighting it. Why?
Okay. I was just wondering, like, how close to death you are.
I'm about half.
Okay, never mind. You're good.
Alright, the spider kind of like recoils in pain as you suddenly start whacking at it. Are you ending your turn right in front of it?
Sure. Yes.
Spider's going to attack.
It also exudes dim light if that affects the spider at all.
What do you mean?
Fairy fire makes them glow and shed dim light for 10 feet. So it's like actually glowing. I don't know if that affects it, but I'm just saying.
What is your armor class, Briar? Because I believe it was 10 plus dex. So for
Well,
you,
hers
it'd
is
be
10
13.
plus dex plus con. She has unarmored defense for barbarians,
Oh,
so her
true.
armor class doesn't change.
Still.
16, 17, because I have the fun nights.
Alright, one of the attacks missed. Bite hits, though.
You hear the
Sorry.
banging that's coming through the floor.
Yeah, sorry for talking over you, Brian. I know you know your armor class. Reflex.
Briar, can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw?
Don't even stop.
Is that a disadvantage or?
It would be yes. No, you're raging. I'm pretty sure you have a straight roll, so. I don't.
If it's a straight roll, that first one was an 18.
It was an 18. You succeed. The spider kind of lashes out, striking. It would, as one of its legs and its teeth sink into you, injecting its venom. You would take 30 damage. It would be
piercing?
so 23 damage is piercing and 7 poison.
Okay.
So what do you do taken?
11, wouldn't it?
11 points of damage plus 7, so 18 damage total. Then the spider is going to back out of your reach.
Do I get to attack him?
You would get to attack.
Awesome. Just one or two?
Would be 1. That hits full damage.
Don't be suspicious.
As the spider retreats, the section of floor affixed together by webbing slams shut, and none of you can see into the spider's burrow any longer.
Good fucking riddance.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does it? So it's. You said it's affixed by webbing. Does that mean it was carved out at one point?
Yes.
Okay. Are we still in initiative?
Are you following the spider?
Well, I want to run up to the wall and start casting mending around the broken seam, to kind of just weld the hole shut.
Yeah, I'm not chasing the spider in its burrow.
So I'm flying, and I just whip out 2 fingers, and I'm and just trying to
Welding.
seal the wall shut as fast as humanly possible, because I can cast it on a 1 cubic foot area.
You would not be able to fix this. It can fix small objects with mending. Unfortunately, it cannot fix a crack in a wall that's
But he's
10
mending it
feet
brick by
wide.
brick.
I was trying to
Also-
rules lawyer that I'm fixing individual bricks.
I
and
would
then
like to
just
point
sealing
out
them one
that
by one.
mending does have a material component. It requires 2 IO stones.
Ooh, you're right. I can't even do that.
It requires, there are 2 lodestones. Alas, I don't know if you have those.
I mean, we
DM
can
coming
look
with,
around real
thank
quick.
God I have a reason
You
to
look
say
around and see
no.
if they're lying on the ground or something.
Yeah, there you go. DM says no, you don't mend it.
That sounds cool. I mean, it sounded cool, so.
You did.
We're trying to play right.
Javid, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to the room, and having heard the sounds of attack and everything, I'm going to shout to everyone, stand down, don't pursue it, don't kill it, I want to talk to it. And I will cast Speak with Wolf. And I'm going to try to talk to the spider through the hole in the wall and carry on a conversation. Also want to ask it a favor.
Okay.
So
beast. This thing's not actually that dumb. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me check something.
Oh wait, a normal spider?
This is not a
Nope.
normal spider.
Oh, okay.
but it's a beast, right?
It is a beast.
All right.
I was
can
just gonna
talk with
say, a
any
normal spider has an
beast.
int of 1.
This thing has an int of 4.
All right. So I'm going to say, first off, sorry about that. We didn't mean to interrupt you. We are not food, and we want to just go through. We don't want to hurt you anymore, and we're sure that you don't want to hurt us because we would kill you. If you're all right with it, would you tell us if any other humanoid creatures like us, two-footed, two-legged sorts of creatures, have passed through in the last day or so?
Make a persuasion check. Sven. Wow. Okay. Well, the spider on his check rolled a modified 1. So. You suddenly hear, very close to your head, as you kind of press yourself up against the false wall, I ate some other creatures yesterday.
Did you eat all of them?
Yes. They were
Okay.
delicious.
Good. So you are well fed. I'm happy for that.
I was going to save you for later.
Yeah, we are not good to eat. We're going to kill you if you come out again, unless we can talk you into being our guide. Would you guide us and let us make use of you, and in exchange, we'll let you have any creatures that we encounter. Because I'm sure that you don't get a chance to go out hunting a whole lot, and we can help.
And you promise not to cut me anymore?
I promise we will not bite you anymore. And I will switch to common and relay everything that I've been saying with the spider to everybody else, and saying, especially to our raging Fae, we're not going to hurt it anymore, right? We want to. It's all a big misunderstanding, and we're going to let me try to use the services of this spider. We okay with that? Everybody okay with that? I'm
I
gonna
was gonna go right and huge
Yeah,
wank.
Mr.
Promise
Butter's
that we're
messing up.
not
There's
going
only
to hurt
room
it
for
anymore.
one giant bug on this team.
Hmm?
There's only room for one giant bug on this team.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Maybe
think
we
you're
should-
pretty small in comparison.
Maybe we should just leave it alone, right? There's no reason to. It's just a creature. Let's.
Right.
Let's
It
not
was,
Let's
it
use
was,
all the
agitate
allies
it.
we can get.
I'm gonna go like this to each of his eyes.
Look, Briar, you are always the most important bug for all of us. Let's be sure.
right. Nothing can replace the space in our hearts that is bug shaped with anything but you.
It's just, we shouldn't waste resources killing this bug thing when we need to go kill the warden.
The spider whispers through the wall, I'm not a bug, I'm an arachnid.
Right.
I
I
knew
know
that.
that.
I'll
I
have
was
you know.
talking to the others, and bug is just sort of a general term. I respect that you are eight-legged and not a blood-sucking proboscoid.
I thought that spiders did suck the juice out of a body once they wrapped it up and like turned it into
Yeah,
mush.
but not with proboscises, which is what the bed bugs and things are.
Oh, like Azrael?
What now? What?
Yeah, actually, she is kind of like that.
Yeah,
so-
okay, I understand. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. No more questions.
All right, so I can promise as Spider. What is your name? What may we call you to address you?
My name is Kurtzats.
Ooh, beautiful. Can you say that
Kurtzats?
again?
It's
and,
Kurtzats.
yes, Kurtzats. We're okay with not killing Kurtzats, right? Everybody agree?
Yeah, current stats is safe with us.
All right. Snow?
During this time, can I cast another spell?
Sure. What do you want to cast?
I'm gonna hit Snow with a 3rd level Cure Wounds. It's only verbal and somatic, so I have it.
Okay. Sure.
And Briar, you're
Appreciate it.
chill. Not going to attack Kurtzats if we ask him to come out and help us.
When it comes out, I'm gonna go like this to all of his eyes.
So Kurtzats, you know that the way through here well.
Sometime.
In your home and all.
No trickery.
What lies beyond? What is the path out of your chamber? And are there any other creatures in the spaces beyond?
There are creatures within these tunnels. Some of them are more dangerous than I.
Surely you are the most dangerous of creatures in this space.
I am not.
But I respect the warning. And would you be willing to assist us if we go and search for some creatures and we come across any? We are, as you can tell, pretty good with the biting and cutting. We would be happy to let you have any that we meet who are not friendly and tasty and juicy.
I have not met a creature such as you are in this space. Sometimes I hunt on the surface.
Oh, interesting. On the surface.
The sands.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like where we want to go, where you hunt, on the surface. Would you be willing to guide us there?
If you bring me food, I will guide you.
Yeah. Also, we will try to mend the wounds that we have caused you.
Is this all telepathic? Or are you talking out loud?
He's like beatboxing. He's speaking spider. He's going.
Yeah, I'd like to
And-
point out
and,
this
well,
agreement specifically is between Javid and the spider. We agreed not to kill it. We have not agreed to anything else.
Javid's like that Harry Potter scene in Chamber of Secrets where he just starts speaking parcel tongue, and we're all like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. I'm speaking spider tongue and so yeah, sounds like beatboxing and lots of.
Ah, boom, mananga, boom, mananga.
I see you watched Men in Black recently.
I will
I actually did.
pause every so often to speak common and get everybody's buy-in.
I mean,
I'm
why do
still
we have
not
to
sure,
heal it? I don't
especially.
think healing it is a good idea. It's already eaten things. Like,
Yeah, but we heard it, and we want to get on its good side, so we'll be happy
right,
to
by not
lead us
killing it, we're on its
outside.
good side, right?
Also, this is like a trap spider.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have make I don't know if I would have put so much trust in him.
Yeah, I feel
Why?
like you're just giving too much away, right? We make a deal. We don't kill it, and it leads us to the surface. That's the deal. I don't know why we need more, like, to give it more, right? We
Yeah.
heal it, and then
Because
it
we
can kill
can get
us.
more from it.
Okay, how
It knows
about
the way
I
to the
just like
surface.
bandage him up? We're not gonna use any magic. I'll keep things from getting infected.
With what,
And
though?
call it-
Your robe?
This thing
Your
is
robe's-
long and loose. Fuck
It's
it.
pretty
I'll rip some of this
dirty.
stuff off the bottom.
Have you ever heard of infection?
Have I ever heard? Are
The-
you
the germ
okay?
theory
Did you hit
is,
your head on the boat right over?
Unheard of.
Probably, yeah, actually. But you know what? No, infect the spider. Go ahead.
I'm gonna turn to Javid. It says it wants to eat, right? And it hunts on the
Yes.
surface.
Yes.
All right. Fucking perfect. All right, we're gonna go to the surface and we're gonna launch a surprise attack from top down because we need our
Hold on.
ship back before we
Whoa,
cross this.
whoa,
Yeah, we do.
Whoa! You think the 5 of us can do that?
Well, we just need to
Yes.
take out the ruins. Once, or the little magic-y things. Once we take those out, right, and we start to attack things, people will join in.
Yeah.
What
But
do
I
you
got
mean
some.
five?
No.
There are
No, they
6.
won't. Have you seen how much people have caved here? People are
What?
so defeated. There's we have to give them hope
Sure.
before we can
Well,
get them to
we
join
give
in.
them hope by killing the warden.
So we're just gonna go up with a rusty sword and kill the warden? That's what we're
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah,
That
Two-
doesn't
two less-
seem
That sounds like
no.
that
The
sounds like
6 of us and this giant spider.
exactly.
You
Yep.
What?
We are
Javid,
going
did you-
to
does a
Who
spider
has
have
strive
your
friends?
here
magic back?
Does a
through
spider have
violence
friends?
of action.
I meant to
I'm
ask
gonna
that earlier. Thank you for
take
reminding
this
me.
time. Oh, go ahead.
Response? Do you have friends or maybe offspring that we could recruit?
Yes. There are more
Great.
of us.
Well,
So could we get your friends or offspring to join us? There will probably be plenty of juicy creatures up above, and we will help the hunt.
We will surprise them and overwhelm them with violence of action.
Exactly.
I will agree
I would
to these
prefer-
terms.
Probably after we've had a nap, because we're all sort of on half.
yeah, you guys still look rough as hell.
Well, yeah, we
Like,
can
what,
we
you
can
think
take a
we're just
nap
gonna
on the
run?
surface, right? Let's go up to the surface,
Oh
right?
my.
We can take a nap, we can scout out, take a nap, and then attack at midnight.
It took me
How about
5
this?
days before I was okay.
Well, we just need one more nap, and then I feel like I'll be able to attack better, right?
Now
We
is
don't
the
have to be
time-
super
Let the-
100%.
Let the
Hello?
little person speak. Right, please.
Thank you. Okay, how about this? How about
Little
we
people need to
explore?
stick together.
Yes,
Oh,
shut up. So how about we
I
explore
cast
this
silence.
tunnel system and all that good stuff? Oh my god. And then we can ask the spider to protect the entrance to this place for us. So in case the wardens or whoever decides to go and explore, spider can eat him, you know, whatever. And then we can just have an out and know more about this place and wait a couple days for us to feel better and then we can make a plan from there.
Yeah, and didn't you say some hairy dude wanted to talk to us tonight?
Yeah.
Like the
Okay.
shorter.
Okay, so we can
Yeah.
go back and sleep for a few days, but we definitely need to scout the surface before we attack.
Okay, this is the time that Dimitari is going to interject with, yeah, so our spider friend mentioned things that are way more powerful, and I have also heard about a very powerful thing. So, when we get to the surface and there happens to be a blue dragon, what then?
We kill
Cause
the dragon. I mean,
Azrael,
we've
I
already
don't
killed.
think-
We've killed 2 dragons already. I don't understand the issue.
we're all exhausted.
Well, that's why we go back and nap.
Okay. I'm going to share the rest where, like, I learned that a ton of people have tried to escape, and basically relay the fact that I think that your head is rather large, and we maybe should, like, dim it down a little bit and get some more
So-
information
Well,
before
right.
just, like, going for it.
That's what we're doing in the next couple days. And then after that, after 2 days or so, we come up to the surface and kill the warden, and then the dragon if it shows up too.
I'm just, like, looking at the rest of the party as she says this, like, waiting for someone else to maybe have some common sense.
I don't understand where your
Yeah?
doubts come from. Didn't you see
Okay,
Briar
this
kill a
is it.
dragon? She killed it by
This-
herself.
All right, I guess we're
Two,
doing
I think,
this.
Isn't it 2?
And that all took place in the sands, right? For them trying to escape. We're not trying to escape yet.
Okay.
See, they were coming up from the pit. See, we're going around up to top and killing the warden. That's where we're smart.
I still think we should spend a few days
Well,
breathing.
we are.
first.
We are. We've already agreed that, right?
That's the plan.
Should also build an alliance with the Magnificent.
I'm saying
And as we
Mac-
push them down, they fight from the way up, and we
Exactly. That's a good idea.
Blank
That's
'em
what they can come up, like once we get the ruin, the magic blocking things, right? And we, start, distracting and killing up top, they can come up and help out.
DM, I'm gonna walk back through the tunnel, and I'm gonna kind of like continually cast. What is it? Thaumaturgy be a good one. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep casting Thaumaturgy until it stops working.
All right. As you're kind of walking through the tunnel, it starts to get weaker and weaker. As you arrive at the other side, it no longer works.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna like beat feet back to the party and be like, look, like that 10 feet of tunnel, like that's our leeway where our stuff works.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. So I will tell Sats that we have to go to gather our strength, and then we come back and help it hunt.
tell him to
Well,
let his kin know about us.
Did Sat come back out? Can we like see him?
Nope, Sats
Okay.
is on the other side of the door.
I agree. We spend a couple days down in the pit, reconnaissance, healing up. Then once we're back at 100%, we come here and go with the spider up top.
I
to you.
will be going to the surface tomorrow if you would like to see.
Perfect.
Yeah, we could do some reconnaissance.
I like that he has a
Pretty-
shopping trip planned.
Do
Could
we
you
know
post
that
on
he's gonna be hungry tomorrow? Like, if he doesn't find grub, is he coming for us? Like,
We just kill him.
He's probably pretty good for a few days. I mean, I don't know how many creatures came through, but he killed them all. So
Well, at least 3, right? That's how many are missing, or three of the workers.
Oh, speaking of the workers, we gotta report to the old bastard.
Yeah, we just say that we found them dead.
no, that's gonna get them searching. Right?
Well,
I
what do
mean,
we say? We didn't find them, then they're gonna search more.
Well, then they don't know.
Does
they
he
just-
have their corpses?
We went to the
Yeah.
room.
He ate them.
Well, yeah, we went
Yeah,
to the
but don't they
room.
just
They
fucking
weren't in the
run?
room. We looked around for a while. We couldn't find them. End of
All
story.
right.
Wait,
Yeah.
but don't spiders just like suck their body dry and then leave it?
So
Yeah,
what are
they
we
Like,
gonna do?
yo,
Bring
we
back-
found them like this. I think you have a bug problem.
Bring
Well, then
out
they're gonna
all
go
the
searching for
corpses?
the spider. We don't want people to know about the hidey hole.
Are
Yeah, I
we
think
sure that they left in that direction? Like, could we point them in a completely different direction?
Why don't we just say we
Like-
didn't find them? I think I agree. I agree with
Yeah.
Romney. I think
That-
just
that
saying we
was
didn't find them is probably
probably-
better.
Holy shit, she
We got to
agrees.
explain why we spent half an hour looking for them in a room and didn't find them. But
Well, we were searching for if there was, we were looking for where they might have gone.
Well, yeah, we can spend half an hour trying to find footprints. Random signs
Right.
of. Yeah.
And Romney,
That
I'm
sounds like a plan.
I agree with logic. If you're logical, I agree with you. If you're illogical, well, I call you stupid.
Well, that's fair. You know,
Wait,
I can
who's
respect
the one
that.
who found the opening?
I did
Um,
because I'm good at that.
sure, but what if somebody else is good at that? Should we try to like cover this up a little more?
We cover up with the dresser, like it was
Okay.
before.
the dressers closed up the hole, and so it's probably good for a while.
Oh, speaking of
we
which,
can,
y'all should probably leave those weapons in here, and maybe we can spend that, the half hour we're looking for the working party, see if there's anything else of use in here.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
picking up
that's
the
a good
knife and
point.
pocketing it. I'm not leaving it in here.
All right, so if you guys are kind of looking around, can I get you guys to give me perception check? I guess investigation would work.
Oof.
Before we leave, could I have asked the spider, like, if it eats anything other than meat?
You could have had Javid ask, and the spider would tell you no.
Just meat. Cool. Alright.
So just to be clear, I'm looking for like reusable clay jugs,
You can find some of those. There's old clay jugs all over
that are still in working order.
filled with dust.
like yeah, sure, but and then I'm looking to see if anything's shiny.
All right.
Swords, spoons, knives. I don't care.
Romney would be able to find within this a light hammer, a hand axe, a short bow with 6 arrows,
Oh, arrows!
I have a quick question. Can I look around? Because I was looking for useful things, but I wasn't able to find any. Can I look and see if there's any writing that I can recognize? You said
It
that
is all in a script that you cannot read.
it's all in a script I can read. Okay.
None of us can read.
I am 99% sure that none of you can read this.
Do the letters at all look like something I might have seen before, even if I can't read it?
Let me check, because I know the player's handbook does say
Yeah,
that
there's-
certain languages that use similar letters.
I was just thinking, did it have like a root in one of the languages I do know?
If that's the case, you can try to write it down somewhere. If
Yeah,
there's-
that's what I was thinking. Like, if I at least recognize it, I can try to. No.
does-
Okay.
Share its script with any other language. It is unique.
Does the spider know? Can the
does
spider read? Okay.
He does not read. He bites things. So
I'm not going to assume if he's illiterate.
over here, you guys can see the step down, and in this direction, as you guys kind of are moving your way through the space, there's a set of steps going up.
Can I feel a breeze? Does it seem like it might
The
lead to the
steps going
surface?
up does have a breeze.
I think the surface is up that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, we
I
might
fe-
as well check it out while we're here.
yeah, I feel like maybe we can be a little stealthy, just look around.
Let's.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Tell you what. Let's.
Wait.
bring
Before
up
we go,
our, no, never mind.
What?
wait. There's something I want to try before we go anywhere. Do we have like 10 minutes?
I mean, we only have 30. Like, we have to get back at some point. People will start wondering where we are.
Sure, but can we take 10 minutes? There's something I want to try to see if it works. And I create food and water.
It would work, as long as you have the material components for it.
No material, verbal and somatic. I just, out of thin air, create a buffet for all of us.
All right, perfect. Any food and clean water appears in front of you.
I'll bring my meat portion over to the spider hole.
I can feed up to 15 humanoids.
This food is bland.
There's
That's
6
not-
humans and 1 spider.
But it's a lot of food.
It's
can feed
still
up to
very
15.
bland.
Oh yeah.
I would say that
You're the
fucking
grumpiest little grump today. Goodness.
No, the spell specifically says the food
Free
is
food, it
bland.
just says,
So it's
"Mm,
very bland,
it's
Asriel.
bland."
Yes, I'm grumpy. I'm very grumpy. Yeah.
Do you not have? We gotta find peppers for her. That's gotta be it. Like, she is the spice because she lacks in it.
This is all I got. But you know, it worked. And it's the most food any of us have seen in a hot minute. So
I'm gonna take a piece of some of the food and go up the tunnel and see if it disappears.
I think it would.
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think,
Once
I don't think it
it's
would feel. I think
created,
it's created. It's real food. It now exists. I don't think the food would go away.
We could use this as quite the bargaining chip.
Yeah, it says it spoils if it's uneaten after 24 hours.
yep. So it just turns really fast. Like doesn't have flavor, but it's a lot of food and it turns really fast.
Still though, I think if you come down here like once a day and make a giant fucking feast and use it to bride, it's a pretty solid idea.
I can do it a couple of times. So we could start bolstering people's energy to get them up.
I mean, 45 pounds of food will feed a lot of people.
I can feed like around 15 people every time, and I can do this about 5 times a day.
I mean, if you ration it though, like, right, not everybody needs a full thing, right?
Well, it's a bargaining chip, right? So you might as well just let them pig out. I could feed
Well,
roughly 80 people.
Trust me, food
75.
creates morale. We're gonna get this rebellion going.
That's what I'm saying. The next few days, while you guys are resting, getting your strength up, we talk to Protos tonight. This could be like, a little trickle here and there. We get the trustworthy ones in here now that we're on the good side with, current
whoa,
stats.
I don't feel like we need to be bringing them in here. No. We take the food to them. We need to keep this a secret because you do not know who to trust.
Okay, sure. So I can just make it, and we can kind of cart around food.
Yes.
Where'd you
Is
get
that
the
not
food?
gonna be suspicious?
I think we should do it at night.
Hungry people ain't gonna ask questions.
Yeah.
what
Here's
was that, Jimmy?
food.
I'm not worried about the hungry people. I'm worried about the people who aren't getting the food, getting a
Yeah.
little bit butthurt, and
Well,
then
that's
alerting the
that's
warden.
why we give food to everyone, and then they fight for us.
Oh, okay.
I mean, y'all have been here longer than us. You probably know who's trying to get out of here and who's trustworthy and stuff.
I've heard rumors here and there. Mainly the Minotaur that showed up with me. He seems a little more feisty than the rest of them.
Yeah,
So.
we should talk to Protos. Protos might know who to trust and who not to trust.
I already have a name on who we could talk to. Lieutenant. Please hold.
Didn't you say she stopped her rebellion?
Okay.
That's kind of suspicious.
Lieutenant Lida?
Yeah,
I'm
she was
assuming
gonna,
she stopped because she didn't have enough people to help.
or she stopped
were
because
those
she was
people?
bribed and turned turncoat.
I
See what
think it's
Protos-
worth the risk.
All right, so you guys spend potentially enough time, if you would like, to have hung out here, eaten your food, and taken a short rest, if you so desire.
For my Speak with Animals drops, I will tell Kurtzos that we will return and go.
All right. Kurtztatst understands and departs.
And so I don't really need a rest. I'm okay to head back in. What if I go and tell Hal that we couldn't find the rest of his work crew?
Well, how's not the one? We need to talk to the old man.
Yeah, the
The old-
Leanin. But I still want to, while eating, I want to have snuck up a little bit and just kind of, just not gone too far, but just kind of see where the stairs go.
Okay. Let's see. 13 to stealth. Alright. The stairs switch back a number of times before arriving at a hallway. On either side of you are statues. About 30 feet of them. These kind of like recessed figures. Wonderful humanoid faces worn away by time. They appear to be wearing some kind of ornately carved armor, covered in like, kind of like, it appears to be kind of scale mail almost, is what it might be. It's hard to say.
Does it look like we could take the scale mail off?
No, it's
And
like
wear it?
carved armor. I'm just
Okay.
describing the statues. They're made of stone. At the end of this kind of short hallway, you can tell that there is a collapsed tunnel to the right, and then another few hallways going off towards the left. One of them has a rather ornate set of stone doors that are ever so slightly ajar, potentially wide enough for a spider to squeeze through.
Can I look through the ajar door? Just kind of see if I see anything?
There is a set of steps descending down, and a breeze exiting the doorway.
That's as far as I'll go. It gives me an idea of how to get there.
Alright.
You know, I wonder how they keep tabs on everyone involved here. It's not like... Gosh, Stormforger? No. I always get on Soulforger. I always get Onyx and his last names like combined. It's not like he's come in to check on us since we've got here.
I feel like they just throw everyone into a pit and don't really care after that.
Unless they try to escape.
Yeah, pretty much.
But say... I guess I need more information because I want to know, like, say we were to escape, they don't really know about us yet. Would that even entice the blue dragon into hunting us down? Like, he wouldn't hunt us if he didn't know that we
I feel like if they saw people in the desert, they'd just take them.
So you think that it would just be patrolling the desert on the daily?
Yeah, because I would think anyone in the desert, they aren't aware of who that is, then, I mean, this is their territory. So
Hmm.
if you're in their desert, logical conclusion.
Do I know much about blue dragons and like where they prefer to be
You can make a history check. Or a nature check, I guess.
with disadvantage?
Yep.
All right. Well, history it is.
You would know that blue dragons of myth and legend are desert dwellers. But that's probably about it.
Okay. In my mind, they were storm dragons, and that shows you my D&D knowledge.
All right, so we go report to the old man. Tell them that we couldn't find anybody. Wait out the rest of the day. You guys rest up, and then we talk to the Minotaur tonight.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And we may want to claim the bedroom with where the others were, where they escaped from, as our own. Say, oh, that's nicer furniture.
Agreed.
I think I
Yeah.
got enough pull with the old man to try to make that one happen, so I'll talk to him.
Alright.
That way we can keep an eye on the dresser.
So you guys are heading out of hole in the wall back into the pit to go talk to Dothy White-Eye.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go talk to White Eye.
Alright. You approach White-Eye. Kind of turns towards you and Romney. You
Hey.
accompanied the newcomers in searching for the hold on a second. Artist Clappernap and his crew. They went missing.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is. The first few days are always the roughest, and I'm just keeping an eye on them, kind of showing them the ropes. But I will say that your crew weren't in their bunks. We couldn't find anything of it, and that's a pretty nice room. And they skipped out on work detail, and these guys showed up. So why don't we say we give them their room and make the other guys find their own place?
Can I get you to give me a deception check?
A deception check.
You are deceiving him. You know where those
How
guys
is he
went.
deceiving him? We don't know where they
You
went.
do know where those guys went.
We did not see corpses. We did not know it was them.
We know that the spider ate them. Javi told us this.
No, he said that he ate somebody. It wasn't necessarily the same people.
I'm pretty sure Romney's not that stupid.
He's a Leonin.
You're lying by omission.
Technically, yeah.
Odd. Well, we're getting the work done today, so we can search, I guess, more precisely tomorrow, potentially. I'll probably send your crew out in search of them again, as it may take them a few days to be well rested enough to dig.
I think that'd be the best for them. A couple of them got pretty sharp eyes, so we'll kind of keep a lookout. But I guess this is a friendly neighborhood flyby of saying these guys don't need to be living in the hospital, and we're commandeering that room because they decided not to show up to work today.
Very well. Makes sense to me. The rooms have to go to someone.
All right. Well, I'll let them know that that's their new shack, and they can hole up in there. Also, I kind of lean in close. Like, I'm real short, so he's got to stoop down. I got some of the good stuff brewing. Should be ready in a couple of days.
Good to hear it. I can't wait.
All right. Good to see you, bud. Anybody need any help while I'm down here? Like, everybody, I'm like shouting out to the rest of the guys. Like, blisters, anything need patched up, salves.
I have a sunburn.
I'm gonna go over to that guy.
You have
I'm
a
gonna
sunburn.
look at him, be like, "Yeah, you do it." I'm gonna smack the shit out of it, and then I'm gonna turn around and leave.
The guy goes, ah! Everyone else starts laughing at
I'm just gonna kind of trot off.
Side-eyed that. It's just like, I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just staring at Romney like, you're a dick. Like, how could you be so mean?
I'm gonna walk up to the rest of the guys and be like, "Hey, the room's ours. Well, your guys's. I've got my own room with Hal and everything, but the room's your guys's since those lazy bones decided not to come to work today. So you guys are more than welcome to stay there. They come back, we'll talk to White Eye and get it all sorted."
All right. So you guys are heading off to kind of rest in the rooms until something else happens.
I don't want to meditate near the obelisk and just see if I feel anything. Like, I know Briar said it was magic, and I know my symbiotic being likes that type of weird magic. Even though I know I'm kind of blocked, I just want to see if I try real hard and meditate, if I can connect with it at all.
I would love to see you just gnaw on an obelisk.
Go ahead and give me a.
I'm
we can't
meditating,
jam
and I'm
the
just
one
sitting
thing.
next to it.
Yeah, but what if he decides he wants it?
Just licking it like a lollipop. Just.
It's not a living being. I live off of life energy, not magical energy.
I don't know. Would that be an Arcana check with maybe your Wisdom mod?
All right.
I'm gonna go find Hal and do some rounds. Just check on all the sicklies, all the hurts. Setting bones.
No one's
Classic.
that injured. It's been a pretty light day of digging. They've moved a fair number of shovelfuls of mud around the base of the obelisk, but otherwise it is a pretty simple day.
Also, when I leaned in to talk to White Eye and told him the good stuff was brewing, I'm just gonna palm a good bit of that hardtack or whatever the hell I created. I got some in my pocket, not
Chicken
a
and
whole
rice.
lot. Chicken and rice, just a little bit. I'm gonna palm some of it to him and just kind of give him the shh, and then
Kind of looks at it and eats it in one bite.
I know how it is here, but found a little extra.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go talk to Hal, give him a cut on the goods while we're in the hospital, kind of away from everybody else.
I'm
Hal
trained.
graciously accepts. He's a pretty skinny guy, so. Azrael, go ahead.
I'm trained in Arcana, so that would be +4, so it's a total of 10.
Okay. You can kind of feel the similar sensation of like curiosity and desire stemming from your symbiote, but at the same time, there's like you see this like strange geometric pattern of rainbows and shimmering in your mind's eye, and it doesn't really seem to make sense. And then it's gone. And that is, you can kind of tell it came from the obelisk. That's about it.
Yeah, you're suddenly struck with the urge to eat the obelisk.
Again, life energy is different than magic energy. I'm more likely to eat you, just saying.
She's all kind of salty today, man.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, this is my theory, is she needs these spicy peppers, and she doesn't have them. So that's, like, probably gotta be one of the number one things on our agenda.
To be fair, yes, Azrael is very grumpy when she doesn't have her spices.
Gentle teasing is met with, "I will eat you." Goodness.
I will eat.
Yeah.
I'll just nibble just a little bit, you know.
And then tell your friend who made you a friendship necklace that they're worthless without their magic, just Azrael thing.
I did not say you were worthless. I said that's the best part about you. And that you needed a dagger to defend yourself because when you don't have magic, you can't hit things.
It's okay, we're not a charismatic bunch. I accepted your Shiv apology. That's like definitely prison talk for I'm sorry.
There's a shiv and a pack of smokes. Are we good? Like,
Can I go through the dresser in our new home?
Sure.
Oh, also, I'm gonna take the amphoras and transfer my toilet wine to the amphoras to like actually get the proper brewing set up.
Perfect.
I'd say I got like three 1-gallon amphoras. Like not a lot, but clay jugs, whatever they are. I'm just excited, just like.
All right. Dimtari, can you roll an investigation check?
Sure can try. Oh, jeez.
All right. So as you're digging through the dressers, it's mostly clothes, some shoes, very simple like foot wrappings in the forms of socks. None of it's terribly clean. It all does kind of smell a little funky. That would probably be all that you're able to find. It just appears to be kind of the identical like rags that everyone is wearing. You know, plain shirts and pants. That's about.
Okay, I think I would like to kind of like take everything all out, investigate it, see if anything is in our size. If not, basically a keep, donate, toss pile.
It's all close. You know.
It's like a one size fits most.
Pretty much,
operation.
yeah.
You know,
Alright,
potato
well,
sacks come in one size and it's potato. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, it's a big potato sack. On Romney, certain areas fill out more than others, and then on Demetari, it doesn't fill out at all.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
real
it's like Marilyn
he's like
Monroe in a
drowning.
potato sack with Romney, and then it's like
Yeah, he's like
empty
drowning
potato
in
sack.
fabric up top, and then it's like damn near busting at the seams around the midsection.
Okay, well then I'll recategorize it with super smelly, pretty smelly, not that smelly. And I'm like, I feel like if I was a person trying to hide things here, I would keep things in the hem of my clothing. Like I'd sew it in a little bit. So I'm just like feeling for some weight, maybe. There's a little change in this pocket.
You don't
Another
really know.
shiv.
They don't appear to have any money or any other additional.
Ugh, okay.
Probably took the shivs with him.
Ooh, I'm so prestidigitating these clean later. When we
I
get
was
back
just
into that
thinking you
spider
should
hole.
Definitely not do that, because then it'll be really obvious that we
Or hygienic.
yeah. We're well fed, we're perkier, we have a little bit of cleanness going on there. Probably not.
I'm a
We
You gotta
can
take one
clean
for
them
the team
before
and
we
be
go to
achy
the
for a minute.
surface. We can take them and wear them when we're going to the surface. How about that?
Sure.
She's just like over there like
Is Briar like rolling in the mud to get dirtier because it's just she wants to make sure she gets that funk in?
I kind of just want to create my own
Say.
funk. I don't want someone else's funk. Like I think Demetari is all about like, let's prestidigitate this. Cool. Now let's roll in the dirt because we created that smell. That's my smell. It's not like community smell.
That's really weird. You should just smell clean.
Well,
Like,
if
don't
I'm
you
having to
clean
take the
bodies?
lesser of two evils, then
I like
would.
clean.
Well, I was just noped that, so I'm kind of trying to
Well,
figure
you
out.
can clean them before we go to the surface, right? You can be dirty for 2 days, and then when we go up to the surface, we'll wear the clean clothes.
While I'm doing my rounds with Hal and everything, there's one specific thing that I want to do and go talk to Knack the Glorious.
All right.
So, I don't think he was part of the work detail today. I think it's his day
No,
off.
he was not. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's his week.
So I'm gonna kind of roll up and just kind of like knock on the stone next to his opening to his alcove. Like, hey, Knack, you in there?
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, sorry about yesterday, man. I know it got weird.
Yeah, that was definitely not what I was expecting.
I've been talking to them. They haven't been in any situations like this. I know you're glorious. Yeah, you used to be the prize fighter and everything. So like, you kind of know how this stuff works. They're still a little new and a little green. But I do have something cooking out that'll be ready in the next couple of days, and I think that'll be a good apology enough if just cut them some slack. I know you said they get one, but I know it's hard not to hold a grudge down here.
No, people showing up their first day, it can be pretty rough coming to a prison. I understand it, I get it.
And here's some chicken and rice for you.
Oh, whoa, where'd you get this?
I found it laying around. There's a couple of knuckleheads that...
You found some chicken laying around. All right. That's weird, but I'll go for it.
I mean, if you want to ask questions, I could just put it back in my pocket.
No, I got it. I'm picking up what you put down.
All right. But yeah, I mean, if you actually have a conversation with them, they're actually good people. It's just that one's a little bitchy, They're just a little...
Yeah.
It's just a new situation. She's actually not bad. It's just a new situation.
Well, yeah, I understand. I'm sure, once we get to know each other, it'll be all good. We'll just... we'll get there.
Basically, what I'm saying is, you want to swing by, say hi. They got the alcove across the way. You just want to actually properly introduce yourself. Maybe we can get to know each other. They can get to know you. You can get to know them. They're not terrible people.
Sure. I'll stop by. I'll say hello, I guess. I don't have anything else going on.
I know it's good to have weekends off. You've been here long enough. You deserve them.
Well, 2 years isn't that long, or a year, or whatever it is.
I've only been here for like 6 days.
True, yeah. It does, time kind of flies when you're in prison.
Honestly, I just keep saying random numbers because I have no idea how long I've been here. You know how long I've been here?
A month, maybe? I don't know.
No, okay. 32 days? Sounds good. All right.
Yeah, I showed up with Lieutenant Lida. We both came from Vicaro, so that's how long I've been here.
You know where she's kicking around these days?
I think she was on work deal today.
I didn't even see her down there. Us halflings got to stick together. I didn't even see her. I might go say hi now.
Solidarity. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Nux. Just like nuck him and leave.
He has a huge hand. He's massive.
Yeah, I like nuck his pinky bone. Alright, I'm a bebop.
Alright, you heading back to the rooms with the rest of the guys?
Yeah, heading back to the room. Gonna, as I'm walking by the pit, see if I can see Lieutenant down there.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. There it is.
You do spy Lieutenant Lida. She's part of one of the crews on the other side of the monolith. Just kind of lifting a massive bucket of sand, handing it up to another individual behind her, and she kind of bends down again, and someone hands her another bucket of sand. She keeps passing the sand.
Yeah, just pass the sand. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna descend into the pit and go talk to her.
Kind of looks over at you and wipes the sweat off herself. Romney, what can I do for you?
I'm talking in halfling. Be more specific. I'm speaking in halfling. LT, how's it going?
It is going. That is what I will say. What can I do for you?
What you got plans for tonight or tomorrow night? You got any plans?
I believe tomorrow is my day off.
Oh, days off. Those are good. You mind if I bring you over, come get you tomorrow, and introduce you to the new crew, as I would like to call them?
Sure, I suppose.
It's just people of note, and all halflings are of note, so I want them to be introduced properly to you. That way, we all know names and faces.
I understand. I'll stop by, I suppose. Did they take over Artis's old room? That's what I heard.
I kind of did that for him. Those lazy artists and his buddies decided not to go to work today, and they needed a place to stay because I don't want them in the hospital no more.
Very well, I understand. I'll be by, I guess.
I appreciate it. Yondala, stay with you.
And with you. She gets back to lifting buckets of sand.
I'm gonna go talk to the people. Like, all right. So I'm gonna walk into the room, see Azrael's meditating, and be like, all right, I'll deal with that later. All right, everybody. So I made a couple of plans for us. Hope y'all didn't mind, but Knack the Glorious said he was gonna swing by tonight, just so we can properly introduce ourselves. Hopefully get on his better side. He's kind of the scrapper around here, if you know what I mean. And LT said she was gonna swing by tomorrow. Tomorrow's her day off, and you guys get a couple of days off to get over this nonsense you got through getting here. So LT said she was gonna swing by and just say hi. I told her all halflings are of note, so make her feel welcome. All right.
Oh, most definitely.
And about the halfling part, but yeah, I'll definitely pay the due respect to
So hope it wasn't too forward, but I just wanted to make you guys seem interested in making plans, and people like me around here, so I figured I would like make some rounds.
Can I like kind of like, you know how like when you're meditating, like you see the guy who grabs the fly? I want to like grab his ankle, not like hurting him. I'm just gonna grab him and be like, if you betray us, I will kill you, and then just go right back.
I just want to get out of here so I can get back to chilling. That's what I'm about.
No reaction. She's back to meditating.
I'm gonna mind link with Briar and be like, that guy she bit's coming. You think that, like, they could scrap it out and she'll get some of that energy out?
Maybe I'll just scrap it out with her, man.
You know, I think she needs that. She hasn't fought anybody today.
I think that's what it is. I think
Like,
I'm gonna...
Javid bartered with the spider. She was really upset about it, so... And
I think that's what's gonna happen. All right,
yeah,
hang on.
yeah. I mean,
Right.
I'll be, like, referee, but I think she just needs to get, like... She's got a lot of pent-up energy, and that meditation over there, she's practically got her fist balled and white knuckling.
All right, okay, that's a good point. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna walk over to my good friend. I'm going to...
Ooh, teaser. She definitely hated that last time.
No, I'm just gonna say, hey, I love you. I'm doing this for you, and I'm just gonna fucking slug her.
I guess go ahead and roll for it.
I love you.
I love you.
This is for your own good. Ah!
Sounds like the very toxic relationship.
She just needs the scrap, man. That's really all it is. Let's see.
Cheshire, my guy, it's not time.
But he wants to eat now.
I know.
He's been meowing the entire time we've been playing.
He has.
Catch for breakfast.
That's his MO. He knows that he gets fed at 6:30, so at 3 o'clock on the dot, he starts screaming.
Did you roll to attack? I didn't see. Roll to hit.
I just did. Oh, sorry. I suppose I do have to roll to attack.
You do, yeah. Is 18 enough to hit you?
No, my AC's 19 without my cloak.
Just like swings at her and like her eyes split open and your fist just air in front of her.
I just look at you and I'm like, I like you. Don't do that again.
But I think you need to just get this out of your system. I'm gonna hit her again.
And the scrap begins. Oh,
That
that's
hit.
what?
That one hit.
Just on the sidelines being like, bite her!
I guess roll for damage.
It's on
Scimitar is there to
eight.
like make
That's
sure
fair, it's
everything
just 8.
stays in line and everything's fair, and no one really gets hurt. But she's just over there screaming, "Yeah, girl!"
Yeah, like I'm
It
a
would be
little
6
bit
because you're not
biased.
raging.
She still insulted me, but I know she like meant well.
All right, I'll just like look at her. I'll stand up and be like, "You asked for this," and then I'm gonna punch her several times. It'd be 4 in total because I'll unarmed strike, and then which I get 2 actions of those, and I'll fury of blows because that's what I would do.
Plop, 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 plop. Just speed bagging Briar's forehead.
Pop, 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 pop. And our AC is still 16, so the 20 and the 17 would hit for a total of 13 damage.
13 damage. Yeah.
This is happening. I'd be like, it's okay. Just get it out.
Just taking it.
As you are wailing on each other, it's probably a little bit later in the day. A very furry minotaur stoops through the door, bending his horns in, and he kind of watches you two just like slugging at each other in the corner. And he's like, "I might have come at the wrong time. I'll let you guys take care of this. I'll be back in a bit, I think."
I'm just like Romney's just standing there like, get her, the right, get her with the right.
You the number one bug.
I don't have anything in this fight, so Protos, I'm gonna go with you.
All right.
You can show me the ropes and tell me about what you've learned about this place.
Bite her on the wing.
All right. And he kind of starts leading you around. Well, you've already met some of the most important ones. Hal, Dr. Dorothy Wide-Eye, who's our work leader. You're living in a gnome's house. His name was Artist Glappernap, apparently. I only met him a couple times. From Phi Kairon, the big ones are Nak the Glorious and Lieutenant Lida, which I believe your party was talking to earlier. I saw Romney talking to Lieutenant Lida. I showed up here with Garum Everbeard, some kind of smuggler, I'm not really sure. They didn't catch him with me. I was part of a group of soldiers that had to surrender, but I guess they busted him sneaking out of the city. Unfortunately, I've been here only about as long as you have. I got in pretty quick on Dorothy Wide-Eye's good side, so I've gotten a pretty good deal. He's kind of taken me in as an understudy for a work leader, so that's what I've been practicing for.
All right. So he's some sort of trustee, and you'll be his right-hand guy.
Indeed, that's the intent.
What do you hear about attempts to get out of this place? I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay here. I'm not built for hard labor. More of a
He's an old man. He'll never last here.
I've heard that there have been attempts to escape, but to my knowledge, none have been successful. Although,
Well,
from what I hear, Artis has gone missing. Maybe he got out. I don't know.
right. Or maybe the guards just catch him and dump him out in the desert or something. Let the dragon take care of it.
I have heard that is the main obstacle. Essentially, leaving here, you'll spend weeks wandering in the desert, no water, no food, no preparations, so good luck to those that get that far, but we'll see how well that goes.
And the guards, it doesn't look like they check down here much. They're counting on the pit to keep people in.
Indeed. At least that's what I've noticed.
So who's tried going over the top? What happens to them?
I've heard the soldiers are well equipped near the top, but they do not come down here very often.
Yeah, I suspect that they pretty much leave the pit alone as long as the dirt comes out.
Indeed.
Food goes in, dirt comes out.
I don't question it.
No, would not do to question it, certainly. So you're resigned to being in here until the obelisk is cleared and they decide that they don't need labor any longer. Is that it?
I am more than willing to assist in any efforts to escape from this prison. I have no desire to remain here any longer than I must.
No, quite agree, and I'm glad to hear it. I'd hate to think that they'd broken your spirit so soon.
I am quite ready to do anything that I can to escape. And he kind of looks around and eyes up some of the other prisoners.
I'm imagine we're sort of walking around the perimeter, like he's showing the ropes, introducing people as we pass, but we're also looking at the what's involved in security. How high is the wall and how well is it guarded and things like that.
Well, the wall is several hundred feet high, so unfortunately is far beyond my skill as a climber. But what I have understood from some of the other prisoners is that there are several hundred guards above.
Oh, that's a lot.
There are probably twice as many guards as there are prisoners.
Guess that would keep somebody from considering going up the wall. You don't know anything about what the obelisk is or what they want it for, where it comes from?
I'm afraid I do not.
No. Yeah, it seems to be quite a mystery. It's got strange runes. We've put our heads together and decided that is some mysterious stuff.
Hold on. As you're kind of looking up towards the ruins, or at least where you think they are, there's a breeze kind of sweeps over the edge. A shower of red sand kind of falls down into the pit, sprinkling across your feet. Moments later, the obelisk rumbles and faintly glows. The runes glow slightly. You do recognize that they are written in Draconic. However, it is a very old script and dialect of Draconic.
Yeah, I would imagine my fluency is not real educated one. So, old Draconic would be like trying to read medieval English.
It would be very difficult. You can make an intelligence check if you would like to attempt to decipher what the runes say.
Sure, I want to try that, see what I can do.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do these runes and whatnot that we see on here match any of the ones that we saw on the giant robots? If maybe this giant crystal were a power supply of some sort.
Nope, they're very different.
Damn it.
And you
Good
said
guess,
a what check? A what check?
History. What did I say?
I don't remember. I wasn't listening.
Fluid
Say
and
history.
Draconic.
I'll give you advantage though, because you do speak Draconic. So it's a straight roll because you have disadvantage already.
Yeah.
Also, did we say
You do
Demon or
not
no,
understand
yet?
them at all. It's gibberish.
Terrific.
It's, you know, you're just kind of like transliterating the rough letters of Draconic, and that's not really how Draconic works, so you don't really get anything useful out of it. Oh, Snow, are you attempting to translate the runes?
No,
I do like old things.
You stretching your legs with us?
Yeah, he said he was walking with you guys.
Okay, sorry, I missed that.
Hold on.
I kind of got lost in the whole fight scene.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to finish my final project and deal with a dishwasher issue as well as playing D&D today.
The runes in Draconic that you can tell, Snow, in a very old dialect, are essentially a Draconic phrase that would translate loosely to common as suppression.
Just gonna stand there staring at the runes contemplatingly.
You think that if somebody were to obscure those runes somehow, that it might keep them from
Activating.
activating? Yeah, doing what it is they do.
I don't know. Oh, I feel like this crystal is suppressing all the magical energy around here, so I think we should try to destroy the crystal.
Are you talking about the runes? Because I think it's the
No.
runes, right? The obelisk is lots of magic.
Yeah, the crystal doesn't have any runes on it. It's the runes at the top of the opening.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry. Probably. My bad. I misunderstood.
The obelisk, I think we've been led to believe, is impervious to mundane weapon attack. Digging tools that people have tried to mar it with were not effective.
Yeah, Liam, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting like a Land of the Lost crystal vibe. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like almost perfectly see-through and just refracts light.
No, it would not. It is not transparent. It is kind of a
Translucent.
dark. Yeah, it is neither translucent nor transparent. It is kind of like a dark gray, very opaque glass.
Okay.
I was getting a Space Odyssey vibe from it.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Giant.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's like obsidian,
Black.
like this black,
Yeah.
shiny
It
rock.
isn't exactly black, but it is. It has as when the light is not striking it, it kind of is black.
Okay.
Okay. Surprised you haven't found a photo of that.
As he goes and searches for a photo of that.
Yep. That's
I'm trying.
subtle hints.
I mean, I know exactly what it is as Dungeon Master. So, it'd be
But we
difficult.
can't read your mind,
Yes.
so you have to
Exactly.
kind of translate for us.
I think telling you too much about it would give away what it is, and unfortunately your characters are not
Oh.
quite sure what it is.
Yeah,
Well,
but we
I could
see what it
know.
looks like,
I
right?
can see
Like,
what it looks like, and
Are you
absolutely no
accusing
idea
us
what
of
it is in
metagaming?
D&D.
well, no, I'm just saying our characters see what it looks
audacity.
like. So,
It's
I
a
like
massive,
pictures.
like, faceted. It looks like a giant rock that's semi-opaque. Kind of, when light strikes it, it is radiant and colorful. And that's it. That's what it is. Hundreds of feet tall.
It's a Prison
It's the
of
horn of Orcus.
Yes. Damn, how'd you know?
We have to find the shard. It's a dark crystal, and now we have to find the shard. Because we are the sharders.
Obviously, we're
Oh,
Skeksis.
no.
This name is so much more fitting than I anticipated, and I love it.
First of all, we are still the heroes of Torevir Deep. So,
Colon, the sloppy knots.
no.
Colon. the
No
shark.
colon.
The sharders. I'm an adult. Okay.
All right. So you
I'm
guys
still
are
going all in on the scrap, by the way.
okay. Sure. You wanna, if you want to keep attacking her, you can.
Can I tell if Azrael is like looking somewhat happy during this? Like, does she seem to have perked up a bit? Like, is this helping?
Proves like, yeah.
I mean, Azrael likes to
Like,
hurt
watch
things,
the
but
blood
she likes
simmer
to hurt
in her
wicked
mouth.
things.
Yeah.
And she doesn't consider Briar to be a wicked thing, so...
So what you're saying is like your face doesn't.
It's more like confusion and frustration, because it's like, yeah, I want to hit you, so you like... Azrael's not gonna, like, just let Briar hit her, but she's not gonna bite her because of the fact that she doesn't consider Briar to be wicked.
Hear that, Briar? She thinks you're a bitch.
All right, I'm
Hit her
I'm
harder.
gonna mind link to
Fight in the
Briar,
pits
like
all the time.
mind linking to Briar.
Remember in that bar next to you? You would just go in there and kick ass occasionally, just because it made you feel
Well, yeah,
better.
that's true. That's true. She would just occasionally get into bar fights. Yeah, she would. She would.
I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, but she never bit her opponents when she was bar fighting, right? Like, there's a difference, right? She would go hunting, and then she would suck the energy out of those that she hunted. Those are the wicked. But you are right. She does fight for fun, yes.
All right. Well,
But she's a
go
little
ahead and hit her.
confused why this bug just decided to start hitting her.
Right. But do
I
you
told you
seem to be
before I
having
had
a
it, I
good
was doing
time?
this for you.
This
Yeah, I mean,
bug,
yeah,
huh?
probably. But she
All
also
right,
doesn't
then.
want to hurt Briar.
Briar, I think it's working. I feel like I saw
This
a smile.
bug.
She's
Damn.
smiling.
Okay, I'm gonna try to put her in a headlock. How does one grapple?
It's a contested
Oh.
athletics acrobatics.
Okay, let's see.
Ooh,
Sleep
at
roll.
disadvantage too. Tough. That's tough. You have a +8, Jesus.
Yeah,
both
yeah, we're both pretty good at this, alternatively.
Briar's little, like, grabby little hands are grasping at her, and Azrael's, dexterous and slipping out of the way.
I always envision the Matrix with her. She just moves. It's just, you don't even know why, she just moves.
Mhm.
Okay.
I would like to imagine the dirt's rubbing off Briar onto Azrael, so she's got like streaks from Briar's
Okay,
arms
that's
covering them.
pretty offensive. Azrael likes to be clean, and yeah.
Briar's getting dirt all over her.
Yeah, it's very offensive. I'm gonna hit her now. I also think I might do Stunning Strike, because why not? So I'll add that, use a key point, use that to the end. So, I don't know, you want to do a con save for me?
You do have disadvantage.
You fail. It's 15.
Oof.
There's
you're
like a
stunned
there's
now.
a number of unarmed strikes towards you, and one of them connects, and you just like lock up and fall over.
And then I'll whisper, I win, and then I'll walk away.
I'm gonna chuckle and say, "But you feel better, don't you?"
No, I win. Her feelings get to remain intact.
Yep. There's just like a stunned Briar on the floor. Azrael's like walking away. As
You're like
another
gasping, like, "Oh, but you feel better."
Yep. I'm gonna like help Briar up, being like, "Thanks for taking that one for the team, man."
another halfling walks into the door. It is Lieutenant Lida. She kind of like watches you like lifting up just like this like frozen briar on the ground. And she's like,
I'm just laughing and like trotting over to Briar, like, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Is everyone okay in here?
I'm gonna turn around and be like, oh shit, I thought you were coming tomorrow. That's my bad.
I got off work early and I figured I would stop by and say hello.
Everybody, this is
Oh,
LT.
yeah, no, we're great. Hi.
Hi. My name's Lida. I'm from Phyke.
Well, I'm Dimitari.
Nice to meet you, Dimitari.
This fucking hero here is Briar.
I'm like massaging Briar's muscles to get the stun out, like the locked up muscles. Just like rubbing her
So
neck.
you get a save every
You went
6
through a
seconds.
therapist?
So I'm sure you save at some point. It only lasts for a minute if you don't save.
Just
10
just a little
times.
bit later, probably.
Yeah,
was
she
able
probably
to-
saves a couple seconds.
stretches out and gets back to normal.
You're the champ. You're the goddamn champ. You know that, right? You did it. You did it for the party. You did it for the crew.
Wait, does he have any idea what's going on?
I don't think
He
he
just
does.
saw the fight.
Ronnie's just hyping up this whole thing. No
Yeah.
idea what's happening.
No idea what's going on. I'm just a hype man. I'm just about it.
Gregor from what's the not the oh shoot. It'll come to me in a minute.
Good lord, Javid's brain's on dial up right now. Someone help.
We've all
Yeah.
been there.
Sleepy.
No, he needs his drugs. That's what it is. He doesn't have his root.
That's true. Lost a lot of root.
Oh yeah, we're not getting that back.
Anyway, this is LT, one of the better halflings in the pit. Thought it was important to introduce you guys. Anyway, this is Azriel. She seems to be the more level-headed of everybody.
Good to
He
meet you.
literally just watched me punch Briar.
That's what it was. I'm sort of picturing Fire on her back like Gregor in the Metamorphosis, the little legs.
Go on somewhere.
I figure I should introduce myself. I obviously am from Phykeron. I was part of the military, part of the last bastion of the city to fall, and, well, ended up here thanks to that. So, how did each of you come to be here and, I guess, be friends with Romney?
Okay, wait. Before we get into that, we're by ourselves, right, in this room, and no one else. Okay. Why didn't you end up escaping?
Make a persuasion check.
You were just skipping straight to that, huh?
Why not?
No foreplay.
Don't pass go. don't collect $200. Just go straight to tell me why you didn't leave.
That doesn't seem right.
I lost my partner. There was another individual who was supposed to help me escape, and unfortunately, he is no longer in the pit with me. So I had to delay my plans and discover a different way.
Is she lying?
Make an insight check.
Man. I'm sorry that they went on to the next life without you. That's pretty shitty. Well, I'm your next partner, along with the rest of this crew, so let's put our heads together and get the fuck out of here.
Seems like she's telling the truth. I appreciate that. I am very interested in an escape attempt, if such a thing were to occur. seem trustworthy enough. You're already friends with Romney here, and
Well,
He
LT,
seems
you know
alright.
I'm friends with everybody.
Also, I don't think someone would just ask about escaping out of the blue if I didn't actually want to escape. So, yeah, let's maybe get to that plan.
to the point of Romney being friends with everyone, there certainly may be people in this pit who I would advise against discussing any escape attempts with.
Who are those people?
I unfortunately don't know off the top of my head, but the guards do seem to know far more than they should about what goes on down here.
We don't want to converse with White Eye. He's a work leader for a reason.
Well, White Eye's the one that referred me to you, Lydia.
And she just said the guards know more than they should, so that might be why the guards knew.
Sure, but I don't think he wants to be here any more than anyone else.
I think I agree with Romney. I think he's a turncoat. You wouldn't be a work leader unless you were working for the guards. He gets preferential treatment, I bet.
It's good to stay on his good side, but I don't think he's trustworthy. Now, Knack on the other hand, he just likes to fuck shit up. We might be able to use him. Him and his crew might come in handy with this
As long
stuff.
as he's willing to share resources.
Well, we just learned that I can cover the resources, so maybe we give him extra food when it comes down to get him in our good graces. We don't let him know what I can do.
So you're trying to
feel-
reward the bully?
Yeah, no. He doesn't get extra. He gets the same as everyone else who agrees to help.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, it's a perceived extra of our
No.
own supply.
No.
All right. Oh, speaking of extra, LT, I'm really happy that you could come talk to us, and they seem pretty keen on getting out of here, and there isn't very many brewing opportunities down here, so I'm pretty excited to get out of here myself. You got any other recommendations of who we can talk to, like who was in your corner the last time you tried this?
I only had a handful with me, and unfortunately I am the only one who remains from my party.
Oh, did you earn anybody's trust? Is there anybody that we can kind of hit up and see if they're with us?
Let me think about it, and I will get back to you.
Do you think there's a reason you survived specifically? Maybe they weren't aware of your involvement? Or you were protected?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Or if the guards are in on it and the guard referred me to you and you somehow survived. Seems awfully coincidental, huh?
It does, doesn't it?
I find that there's not really gonna be anyone to trust here, so I guess we might as well just throw our fucking lives on the line, because we're gonna be stuck in this pit either way.
Well, basically we need people who will want to fight from below, right? So we just need to be careful who we talk to.
I am specifically referencing Lydia here, but yeah.
Lydia seems on the up and up. It's who she might have been, who she might have trusted. That's who I'm worried about.
Well, who's
So
the
what
most insightful of the group?
What do you mean?
That'd be Romney, I bet. He's pretty wise.
Well, then why don't Aki and somebody else go around and start like putting their feelers out? He's kind of already doing that.
I'm gonna poke my head out of the doorway to see if anybody else is heading our way.
You wouldn't really notice anybody else coming. These are the people. Protos is kind of hanging out in the corner listening.
Oh, like
Oh, did we get back?
Joe and yeah, they get back. I
Yes,
know
they
they
probably
were.
would have come back by now.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like, so Protos is outside, or is he inside the room?
He's probably outside, I think. He's probably hanging out.
I'm just gonna poke my head out and be like, hey, hey, hey,
What's up?
hey, come on.
All right. And kind
You
of
seem like you
steps
should be a
inside.
part of this. And I'm just gonna kind of like lean in the doorway and just keep my eyes out and just make sure no one else is like kind of wandering by.
Seems like you guys are in a pretty secure spot. It's one of the higher portions of the current prison, and there's not a lot of foot traffic up here. You can see people kind of departing from the monolith down below. It's kind of a little bit later in the day, the early evening.
Yeah, it's just the conversation is getting a little dicey, so I'm gonna post up as like the bouncer, my 3'6" self as the bouncer at the doorway. Just keep an eye out.
Hey, I'm gonna have to bounce. I gotta go deal with this fucking dishwasher.
Yeah,
So.
we've been going for about 3 hours too.
All about fucking starting a riot.
We have
All about it.
so if you guys would like, we can stop here for the.
Yeah, so just so we're clear, we got Protos, LT, and the party.
Yeah, the bullies. Well, we
Well,
haven't talked to the bullies yet, right? But
No, Knack hasn't showed up yet.
okay, but we do want to recruit them. I also think we should be suspicious of Wide Eye. I agree with that. A work leader, that's a turncoat right there. We probably also should root around for other turncoats while we're healing up, because we have another long rest. That would put us at exhaustion 2. So we need at least 2 more days of rest after that. So we got like what, three long rests before we're totally healed up. So that's what, that's the amount of time.
I think it'd be a good idea if like me and Briar or something just comb through. Like no one asks questions when I disappear, because I just
So
bebop around
I
so
have
much.
an insight of +7, so my insight's actually pretty good.
I have +1. It's not me.
Yeah, I feel like I have the next highest insight, because I do have
I think
a
y'all
high
should go
whiz
put
as
some
well.
feelers out.
But I don't feel like
Yeah.
we should do it together. Like I feel like if we go separately and then like check
Well,
notes.
I was saying me and Briar investigate the runes, see if there's anything else that we can kind of rifle up to see anything else that would be useful in this. Because yes, we want to be armed, but everybody else wants stuff too, and that might be another bargaining chip in order to get them on our side.
Yeah, I was thinking of trying to root out who the turncoats are. So I could
Plus-
do that while you guys are getting weapons and stuff.
I like that. Plus, I kind of want to figure out how this chamber we're exploring relates to the monolith.
Didn't we find out
All
that it
sounds
was
great, but I love you guys. I gotta go.
Bye,
Later.
Chris.
Yeah, I feel you. Bye.
Didn't we see that it was like or at least didn't Snow realize that it was like a temple to the monolith? Something
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that?
it's like adjacent to it.
Yeah,
he
so
knows
it's like
he knows the temple was like dedicated to the monolith, but there wasn't really a distinct reason of why it was dedicated, like what it does or what it's for or anything like that.
well, I think it's because no one can speak the language. Do you have what's that spell that allows you to read any language?
That's a wizard
Comprehend
thing.
languages.
Yeah. Really?
Pretty
I
sure.
thought
Not a
I
cleric
had
thing.
it as a. I'll have to look it up, but okay.
Well, it's depending on what you might have had it as a cleric, depending on
It was a
what,
bard language you probably had. It's a
Oh.
wizard, bard, sorcerer, warlock.
That's why I had it as a bard. That's why.
I think a knowledge domain or something like that. Cleric can
No,
get it,
would
but
have
it's
it.
like
Yeah.
domain specific.
Yeah, because that's the thing is we can't. No one recognizes the language, so we can't really. I mean, maybe you guys can discern a little bit, but without being able to read the script, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, so I think because me and Briar can, like, the tunnel's just easy for us to get through. That's the only reason I say that it'd be easier if me and her go.
Plus,
And
we could put the smack down. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
yeah, you two are probably the best to like go off by yourself. I think you guys are the. I mean, get a couple of swords on you, maybe a breastplate, and both of you are pretty strong by yourself.
You guys did find some scale mail, which is the same as a breastplate. But
Oh, we did? I thought. Okay, I didn't
scale
realize.
mail and a breastplate. for
Scale mail and a
combo.
breastplate. Okay, Let me write that down.
Yeah, so it was 2 swords, a bow with 6 arrows, a light hammer, 2 daggers, a breastplate, and a scale mail. So it's enough for every one of us to have like
A little bit, yeah.
a something. I'm pretty good without anything, so like we can kind of chip whatever was going to me up to a bargaining chip if need be.
Well, I still think. What's your AC without armor? Like, I feel
12.
like you. Yeah, I feel like you need armor of some kind.
Well, the scale mail and the breastplate both are human sized. I'm real small.
But
It
couldn't
would
you fit it? The scale mail though is flexible. Couldn't you like the breastplate? I get, but the scale mail couldn't.
DM.
Say again.
Could the
Could I fit
halfling
the
wear
armor?
the scale mail?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Like I totally get giving the breastplate away, but scale mail you might be able to fit into, especially with your big belly.
Might be a little
Take
loose.
up a lot of. Yeah.
But wearable. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
because
good enough for me.
you need something better than a 12 as an AC.
Yeah. But yeah, me and Briar can kind of go through the ruins, see if there's anything else useful. She's Fey Wild Adept, so she might smell something weird. And then I think Azrael and Javid can Azrael, Javid, and maybe Dimitori poke around and kind of talk to people. Unless you had any other plans, Javid, to get anything to add?
No. We're talking about spending our
Yeah, the
recovery,
3 days.
getting to know people and seeing
Yeah,
who's
Javid has a real good
trustworthy.
insight too.
Yeah, so I think splitting up a little bit and then reconvening at the end of the day, just kind of talking about everything would be the better way to go. And then Snow might actually be more useful with me and Briar, just for the history's sake of it.
Yeah, he's the rune expert, right? Like, you probably should be in the rune.
So,
Maybe he can figure something out.
and
Yeah, because I'm looking. Demetari also doesn't have it terrible. I mean, it's not as good as Javid and I, but it's still pretty good comparatively. So the 3
Yeah.
of us trying to root out turncoats and what's your persuasion? Yeah, I mean,
so I think the 3 and 3 split, like 3 doing the ruins, finding anything useful, like even if it's like torch sconces that can be makeshift weapons or anything like that, anything that can be usable through the ruins, and then you 3 kind of like shaking hands, meeting faces.
I feel like I would have asked about how her escape plan was gonna go before I went and asked a bunch of other people things.
Well, yeah, we're also ending the session with Protos and LT in the room with us. It's like prior to the long rest.
this is us planning. This is us as players
Mm.
planning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
so
is,
at the end of this, we will say that you guys take a long rest. So tomorrow we'll start, or next session we'll start with, you guys have just finished a long rest,
okay,
which will be 2 points of exhaustion.
Ooh.
I kind of like planning the rebellion. This is kind of dope.
Yeah.
yeah, this is kind of really fun.
How many people are in this pit? Do we ever get a number of how many are thrown down here?
You'd probably be able to count about 100.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for long enough. I could probably give you a ballpark. So
A ballpark of about 100.
yeah, plus or minus 50 or so. There's like 300 people down here. You don't even know.
So there's double the guards, right? So if there's 100 people in the pit, that means up top there's probably about 200.
That, and if we can get Javid to get the creepy crawlies on our side to kind of do a bum rush at the beginning, we kind of come in behind as the chaos ensues, see if we can find our shit stashed up there.
Yeah, I definitely think that having the spiders attack, us looking for our stuff, once we get our stuff, we start, we kill the warden, maybe throw her body down or whatever, and that leads to them, coming up from the pit.
So the warden's going to be an actual problem. Like, that's going to be an actual thing in and of itself. Is she strong enough to set glyphs like that?
I mean, she's probably just a high-level wizard. I mean,
Right. So we're gonna have to.
Just.
True, if you stab a wizard enough times, they do die.
Exactly. They're very squishy. So you just need to make sure. What we need is counterspell. We really need counterspell.
Got, I've got some sort of a plan that's a little bit meta, but we can talk about that later. Or we have an extra person here that might thwart my plans if he hears about it.
All right, I will see you guys next week. I hope you had fun.
All right.
All right.